What is going on there, guys? Right, this is it. This is the one I have been waiting for a long time. Every episode, every transfer window, every simulation that absolutely ruined my night, every last minute winner, what has had me losing my mind. It is all in here in this one video. This is the full story of Hawkeye FC. Now, obviously this is not in the same format as we have in previous. We've usually done it in a series where we've done episodes by episodes. I personally don't think it gets as much. It doesn't get seen enough for the effort it puts in. So I think personally, the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing these longer videos. Basically, cram all the career mode in one episode. And one long video, basically movie form. So this might be an hour and a half long, but this is the full story. There will be timestamps of all the seasons. So if you guys, some of you guys have watched through the entire seasons of any other series, go to that season. Feel free. I want to be real with you. When I started this career, I honestly didn't know where we were gonna go. I am still in the middle at this point of recording this intro. I am about in the 5th season. I'm not going to spoil what we're up to in that season, but let me tell you, this has been one of the best career modes so far, and I want to give it the proper treatment. And I honestly think you never know what career mode is going to give you, but the Creator Club is always a banger. But something about this squad, from the moment we picked it up and what it is now, trust me, you want to stick around. So please stick around. And I have got a question for you. Let me know in the comments what team you support and if you'd be interested in me doing a little rebuild in the exact same format of me taking them over, rebuilding them, maybe even whatever team it is, starting right from the bottom and working them way up. We'll be putting some very interesting twists on some series. We'll be doing a lot, but this is a standalone career mode, full movie mode. This is Hawkeye FC the movie. So, as I just said, I've already done about 4 or 5 seasons in episode form. And what is going to be in these first few seasons, I'm going to be basically taking bits from them episodes and knitting them together. So basically, I'm going to show you coming up is the team we started with, the transfers we made. Might even show you like the first game, possibly. Then we'll move over to like the January transfer window. We'll show you where we're up to in the league and all that. We'll show you that. We'll go from where we are in the league at halfway through the season by the time we get to January. Any January transfer window signings. Basically, the only games I'm going to be showing you is the important ones. And basically, if we get to any finals, if we are about to win a league, if we're about to get promoted, that's the games we're going to show. This is a proper road to glory. This is Hawkeye FC from League 2 to the Champions League final.
Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
So here we go. The career mode is all set up and ready to go. I'm going to very quickly run through a few things, and basically we're just going to get started because I don't want to waste any time. I kind of just want to get you up to speed of what I've done, and I'll also show you things as I go because I wasn't going to. I have in the past. I've sort of gone through my entire thought process of saying no, and the fact is, I know for myself, sometimes you just don't want to see out. You kind of just want to be told something in a combined way. Just basically get it all out there in one go, and then we'll get on with it. So, as you can see, we have now got a eagle as a mascot. Was very funny. But yes, we are going with Hawkeye FC again. Let me just show you the squad because this is the first time I'm looking at it. By the way, I've not actually gone and done anything yet. I was kind of wanting to show you what the team was looking like. This is sort of what I've come up with the formation. We're going to go with a bit of a 4-2-3-1 formation with CDMs to start off with, because I definitely want to make sure we are defensively sound going first into these first few games. And I've decided to go with the three like sort of narrow attackers. I always sort of go with wingers, and sometimes they do seem to get a little bit isolated. So I'm sort of trying this. It's a bit of a trial. Might change it up and go back to wingers at some point. Probably will do eventually. But right now, I've only got really cams. I've not really got many wingers. I mean, I've got a couple, but really not anywhere near as high rated as these cams. So Munoz, Ryan, and Baldwin are going to go there, and Heath, he's going to start up top with us, and the bench. So again, we haven't got too many players, but I'm definitely going to look into sell maybe 1 or 2 players, and we'll go from there. But again, we'll see how it goes. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to go to high pressing. This is usually my bread and butter. This is sort of how I like to go. I mean, I think we've actually changed the name of it. It says high pressing, but it used to be called Genga pressing. I don't know why they've changed the name of it. It's a bit weird, but anyway, I don't know if it wasn't meant to be called that, but whatever. But we'll see how it goes. Again, this team's probably going to change quite a bit over the next year or two, because this is a team what I've sort of just been given. I need to figure out who's the decent players, who's not going to be decent players, and get rid of them and bring others in. And obviously, we've got the youth academy still to set up. Just a quick look as well at the youth academy, because obviously you always start with a bunch of youth academy prospects in your side, and we've actually got a couple of nice rated players to say straight out of the gate. I mean, we've got Josh Preston, who yes hasn't got the best potential, but he's definitely got an okay overall start. He's 6'1", 56 overall. I'll be honest, he can pretty much come straight into my team. We got Louis Speak. He has got really good potential. 64 to 90 potential. That could be really good. I mean, again, I'll be looking to change a few people's positions if we need to. I'm definitely looking to see how we do. But again, Louis Speak could definitely. I mean, some of these players I could bring in, because these guys are going to be basically free minus the wage, and I could sell whoever they're replacing. That's sort of the way I'm looking at this. We've got Carlos Aguirre as well, an actual left winger. Look at that, 65 to 91 potential. I'm really looking forward to seeing how many of these guys actually stay. We've got Harrison Davison as well. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing about him. We've got a goalkeeper again, not crazy, but again, I am not really going to look into sell any of these guys, because I might even look to bring them up and just sell them or loan them and try and get them a bit higher rated. I mean, we've got this guy as well, Matt Stevens, who's 15 years of age, but look at that, 79 to 94 potential. I mean, I think this guy can probably go, because he's not even going to be worth keeping around. Fox, I'm probably going to wait until he gets 16, call him up and then sell him. I could do that to Dietrich, but I'm gonna give you all these guys plans, because we're all on dynamic, but we really need to be on other things. Just a quick look as well at what the budget is looking like. I honestly tried to go for a bit more of a modest look at the current budget. It says 5 million. I don't know why it's already gone down to 4 million. I'm not 100% too sure why. But anyway, so we've got £4 million on the budget. This is what I mean, where we're in League 2. I didn't want to like go out and give us like 10-15 million to spend, because then it'd have been a bit unrealistic. And I thought 4 million sort of on that sweet spot where it's quite realistic. That's what a new League 2 side could have, and especially with a bit of investment. I think I'd probably say I want to spend about half this on the youth academy, and then keep the other half if we see a player we want. Okay, so let me just show you this. These are the free scouts I've employed. And again, this is going to take quite a bit of the budget up. This is why I kind of wanted to have a little think about it before we did anything. Because most of the time, what I'd do is I'd actually just go out and spend quite a bit of money, like get a few loan players in, and obviously get a few like League 1, League 2 players in. That sometimes does backfire. I honestly think focusing on youth academy in League 2 is probably the best thing you could do if you've got the money to, because you've got really an unlimited amount of players coming through every single month. You could get in and you could be so lucky. Even if you get all your 1 or 2 players out of that, it could be not only that, it's so good for your budget in the future, because you could need to sell a couple of players and you can get them out of youth academy. There you go. It's basically money in a way. So this is what I've done. I've literally sent out my scouts, so I've got every single position covered. So I have gonna have players coming in for every single position. And I've tried to get, because there was like 4 or 5 star judgment one, but he was gonna cost us like 3 million. I've got to also think I've got to have the money to get these to sign these youth academy prospects up, as well as other things as well. And got to think I've got to have money for other contracts in case we need it. So we've got Porter. He is going to Scotland. He's got 3-star experience for 2-star judgment. He's going to find goalkeepers. We got a L. Ludic going to Wales. He's going to be looking for right backs, left backs, right wingers, and left wingers. 3-star on both of experience and judgment. Was pretty decent. I think that's sort of like the perfect one in my eyes when you don't have that much money. And then you got J Post. He's going to England and he's looking for a centre back, a CDM, a cam, and a strike. He's sort of trying to find a whole entire spine for me. And here he is, coming through the door. The first big sign, first sign ever in this career mode for Hawkeye FC. And it is the big man I have just spoke about. From Colchester is Tavide. I am so looking forward to what this guy's got to offer, because he is going to be an absolute tank. Oh, that kit looks so nice in him as well, I've got to say. But look at that, Samson Tavide, 540k. I am very happy with that deal. I think this guy could really grow nicely with us. 62 overall, he's already higher rated than... He's 4 overall higher than Heath, who's our main striker right now. We've got him on a 5-year contract at 21 years of age. I'm happy with that. So happy with that. And just like that, straight after Tavide, Luke Garber is through the door from Salford City. This guy... I think we are really doing some good business right now. A rating, because we got him on a really, really good deal. He's worth nearly 300k. I mean, obviously, he's getting older. He's going to drop in a... I can already guarantee he's going to be basically near enough 60 overall by the time we get into the season. But he's going to be out one of our starting centre-backs. And I'm probably actually going to give him the captain's armband, because he is like captain of Salford, I think. I think he's probably the best one to get the armband. And trust me, he is going to be a really important player for us. And our third signing, literally straight out the other, is Nunai Kodere, the one I told you I was going to get. So that is one of the 3 signing slots already filled. But this guy, again, we are already improving the overall of the squad. And there is the confirmation finally for Dan Vincent, our first sale of the career mode. And Scott Cross, another goalkeeper, but he is a bit younger, so I'm going to actually load him out. I don't know why he's going Sheffield Wednesday, but whatever. By the way, I've just completed 2 more signings. What was obviously the left back, we need another left back massively. So Anthony Glennon has come in. Obviously, he's one of the players I was scouting. 6-1 overall, we got him on a really good price. And Quintel, who I actually spoke about, he's actually got pretty decent potential. He's on quite a bit of a big wage compared to a lot of others. But we always spend 420k on him when he's worth nearly 800k. This is a guy to watch this season, honestly. Really excited. I don't know why. For some reason, the bloody footage of me actually buying him just cut out. Thankfully, that was the only thing it sort of missed. But thankfully, I caught it just before I went into the game. So we are going to be getting to our first game of the series. Oh, here we are. And our first game of this series is going to be at home at Hawk Lane, the home of Hawkeye FC. We are up against Barrow in our first game in League 2. And Garber is leading the men out. Look at that, he's not even played a minute of football and he's already got his own tifo. Like, come on. That is actually incredible. Go on, Garber. Love it. Really excited to see how this team does, because obviously it is not going to run perfectly. In fact, we've still got a hell of a lot of work to do, but I honestly think every player we've signed so far is going to be a hit. I honestly do. This guy's going to be amazing. Thiago Quintel is going to be amazing. Do need to change his number. I forgot to. I need to go through all the numbers. The issue is we've got a lot of the good numbers are all on the players who are not even playing, so sort of need to go through them all and sort them out. There you go. Let's have a little look at our team. So Unai Cordero is making his debut in goal. Carberry, Jackson Sykes, Luke Garber and Anthony Glennon are the back four. Preston and Burns as CDMs. Ryan, Quintel, Munoz as the cams. And Tavide is the all-own striker up top. Look for how Tavide does today as well. I think he's going to be dangerous. Barrow, can't see their lineup for whatever reason, but... not too. Definitely got. I can see like Jackson. I know who he is. Barncounson. I'm pretty sure he used to play for Preston not long ago as well. Fletcher. I'm not too sure which Fletcher that is, but here we go. We kick off the first game of the Hawkeye FC Creator Career Mode. Let's get it going. Sykes, who is starting at centre back today. Burns. Oh, I just couldn't quite turn. But that's good work. Look at this. Tavide. Could this be the moment? And Tavide. He's going to hit the post. Oh my God. What a moment that would have been. Tavide. With that burning pace. What just attracted me to him in the first place. Oh, that could have been a spectacular way to start this game. Oh, I'm creating a bit of movement here. Cordero. Oh my God. He had to be strong there. Burns as well there. Tavide. That is a hell of a ball. And now Tavide can score! The first goal for Hawkeye FC! And it's Samson Tavide! I need to know who the hell played that ball, because it was an absolute beauty of a ball. Over the top for Tavide, just in amount of time. And Tavide, he hit the post not long before the start of the game. But that is history right here. When we're at the Champions League final, who scored your first goal in the career mode? Samson Tavide. It's been a bit of a scrappy game so far. Both teams just trying to make the other one uncomfortable. Again, I'm not expecting fireworks from this team. We've still got a long way to go before I can say really we should be smashing them, but a good result in our first game will go a long way. Who knows? He's going to pick it up here. Tavide. He's got a man all over his back. Going to keep it in play here though. And Munoz. Oh my God, what a move! And Munoz is just put it wide. Oh, he did so well to get around the man. And he really should have scored. He did all the hard work. The finish was the easy bit. Oh, we kept that in there, Barrow. We're looking to get a decent cross into the box. Oh, Cordero thankfully smothers it. Now Quintel. Good ball out there to Baldwin. And now Tavide. Can he finish it? He's going to go in! And Samson Tavide will possibly seal the result. Some good work by Baldwin, and not too sure who it is on the right hand side, but they did a really good job. Goalkeeper maybe should have had a bit of a stronger hand. He just sort of toe poked it, to be fair. Maybe he tried to toe poke it to the opposite side, but it just ended up going into the net. And Tavide, he has been the star of the show today. He's been absolutely fantastic. Told you, I'm not expecting springs and miracles from him. I'm just expecting him to score goals, and that is what he's done today. 2 minutes to go. Let's just see how the result. Got any silly goals in. And there it is. First game, first goals, and the first 3 points ticked off the list in this series. And we've done a very good job in that. It's definitely, you could say, it wasn't the prettiest of games in the world. It was a very, very mid-game, but that man, all 4 shots went on target as well. He was very lucky with that first one. He could have had a hat-trick today, very easily. Very excited to see what... I mean, Glennon was solid. Quintel was a bit quiet, but again, was solid as well. And Garbett was solid as well. I'm very, very happy with it. Quick update on what I'm planning on doing. So, as I said, the best thing to do is utilise loans. And what I've done is I've put in for 2 loans already in Lewis Page from Leicester City. And I'm willing to pay up to 60% of his wage, as well as a £1.1 million buy option at the end of the season if we want it. The good thing is about these buy options, you don't need the money this season. It transfers over to the first of next season. So if you basically your new transfer budget next season, you can buy that player with your buy option. So honestly, it's like buying players in advance. It's really, really good. The other player was Byfield. He is dirt cheap. I've got to pay his wage what was allowed at half his wage what's about £3,000. That's a bit more than I usually want to, but that's fine. He's coming from Tottenham after all. But look at that transfer sum. If we want to keep him after, I think it's a year loan, all you have to pay 570k. That is actually nearly half his value already. He is 16 years of age at 6'2" overall. I couldn't see why he wouldn't want to come, because he's not going to get any play at Spurs, and he's a little bit low rate for League Championship. Possibly alright for League 1, but League 2 is sort of that level. But the big position I was looking at is the CDM/centre mid role. I was going to go for James O'Connor from Liverpool, but his wage is absolutely ridiculous. 21 grand. I cannot afford even 50% of that right now. So honestly, it was down to 2 options: either Lewis Orford from West Ham, but again a bit low rated. Again, he'd fit in quite well. He'd still be higher rated than most of my players, and his wage is a little bit more doable. But then I came across Vlad Dragomir, a Romanian centre mid who can play centre mid, CDM and cam. Looks very nice and well rounded, and the fact is his wages are going to cost a fraction of Orford or O'Connell. So I'm honestly tempted to go in for him and get him signed up, hopefully if he agrees. Tick this off. He wants to think about the offer. It's frustrating to hear that, because literally, like, it won't say that now, but it literally said between 1.2 and like 2.3 or something like that. That's annoying. I was going to go for Max Alain, but I'm not 100% sure if he would drop down to League 2. I think slightly too high rated for that, but he's definitely someone I'm going to look at, because he's someone I've used in career mode before, and he's a very decent player. And there it is, one of the loan signs are in. Lewis Page, one of the main ones I wanted in, really, because I definitely wanted to improve that attacking midfield role. And Lewis Page is in. He's got good potential as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's made of. And here he is, Vlad Dragomir. He's definitely going to improve that centre mid role for us. I'm going to see if I can change to a CDM, but if it's not really a big deal. But again, his market value is 1.3 million, so straight away, if we wanted to sell him in a season or two, we make that is pure profit. And we do just have enough for Janai Byfield coming in from Spurs for 12 months with that ridiculously low buy option as well. Right, for anyone who doesn't know, right, I'm going to show you a quick hack for when you are in the lower leagues, because it is such a cheat code, really, in my eyes. I mean, To be fair, if you do it right, it is quite realistic. The fact is, I am trying to keep this as realistic as possible. A lot of people would say if people aren't Lewis Page, he won't come down to League Two because I think he's getting quite a bit of game time at Leicester, or he's at least on the bench for him quite a bit, or he's playing cup games or whatever. He won't come down. So the fact is, you could, as long as there is like a small percentage chance that this transfer could happen in real life, I am going to do it. And the fact is, there will be a couple of transfers what just don't seem logical or realistic. I honestly don't care. I want to be realistic, but also I am not going to make it so hard for us where we are just struggling for seasons on end. I want to make us as strong as possible, as quick as possible. I want to see as less 50-odd rated players running around my pitch as possible. And the fact is, we've just improved. The funny thing is, look at that, 570k buy option for a player who's worth nearly 900k, and he's just 16 years of age. He is literally a baby, and he could literally. He's 6'1". He's gonna get better. He's already one of my highest rated centre backs next to Garbutt. He's gonna start next to Garbutt. We've got Lewis Page as well, who, I mean, I don't know how much money we'd get if we get promoted, or even, but we should have enough if we wanted to get Lewis Page next season. Dragomir as well. I mean, the rest of these players we've got on permanent, so I am really happy we've got that. The only thing I would say is, especially in League Two, you're going to struggle to get anyone probably above a 69 rating, because I think there's something in the code where you can't get over a certain overall. Like you can't. I think in the Championship you can't go for someone over like 84 rated. In League One you can't go over like 74 or something like that. It's like coding. I've sort of got it down to a T right now. I mean, as I said, in League One, I managed to get like I think actually in League Two I managed to get like Bandito Matato from Manchester United, and then in Season 2 in League One I managed to get Shea Lacey, who's about 67 overall. The fact is, I managed to get players who you would not be able to usually get in real life on loan with a buy option, what is very low. Honestly, use loan to buys. They are an absolute cheat code. Just a quick look before we go to our next game. This is what the team looks like after me putting my spin on this team now and putting the players. Obviously, the bench really doesn't look great. Munoz is a half-decent player. Baldwin's a half-decent player. But apart from that, everyone else is looks pretty ass on the bench. The only bad-looking player is Berry at the right-back position. Everyone else is minimum 61 or above. So again, I hope this gives us the edge where we can maybe give ourselves a push for promotion. But I just can't see us having enough to maybe get a right back. The only thing I could do if I sell a couple of players, maybe see if I can get anyone on loan. But that is a big if, and I don't think I've got anyone in the right back position. I mean, there's Michael Burris I could maybe bring in and switch over to the right. He's got foot. Do you know what? It's quite tempting. Do you know what? Let's do that. Actually, let's see how quickly he could change into a right back. Where is he? Michael Burris. He has got 4-star weak foot, so I'm wondering. Yes. Do you know what? And he's higher rated than Berry anyway, so he can go in. And hopefully because he's got banging potential as well. Let's go. That was quite an easy, simple fix for that as well. Yes, no actual transfer business for us on deadline day. We've done it all already. Got one for Berry, a loan to buy. Like no, because he's at the minute he's my backup right back. Obviously, I'll be honest. Probably when I get someone else at right back, he'll be looking to probably move him on. I'll be honest, there's really not hardly anyone in the starting squad we got who is probably going to be here within a couple of years, just because there was not really anyone with much quality. Don't want to bring people to. The reason I don't want it, because I don't really want to bring up unless I can guarantee he's going to get game time, because at least while he's in the youth academy, I can always keep an eye on their potentials. If the potentials are staying good, it means we're going in the right direction. And also, I can keep them on the training plans. I mean, with like the youth academy training things, I won't really show you any of that. But every now and again, I do the tournaments because it does apparently help with helping them increase overall and potential. So I do try and do a couple of them a season just to keep the youth players happy. Just a quick update as well, because we have sold a few players during the off bit of the season. So people like Carl Berry, he is going to Cork City. Sent Josh Preston out to unload. Hopefully he can get himself a bit high rated. Mark Simon, again, he's gone. Jasper Heath, he's going. Jackson Sykes is going for 460k. Hoarth as well. Hayes. So we have sold quite a few, and so hopefully that'll help. At the minute, our budget, we're looking at 645k. So again, we're working with peanuts, but hopefully maybe we can bring in maybe one player. Maybe we're looking for maybe a loan player or something like that, just because getting a permanent player who would want for long term is going to be hard to find for that amount of money. But you look at this, Samson Tavide, 4 overall increase, played 30 games, he has got 27 goals and 8 assists. That is a brilliant return. That is 35 goals and assists combined in 30 appearances. He is just living up to my hype, because when I brought him in, I thought this guy with a bit of training, some game time, he could be a monster, especially in the lower leagues. I think he's just going to be brilliant. 66 overall. He is already, I'd probably say he'd be decent in League One right now, and he's still going to grow because he's still 21 years of age, very, very young. First sign of January is Emil Højlund, coming in from FC Schalke, a striker, 62 overall, 63 apparently. He's actually gone up on overall since I put a loan. I've actually got a loan to buy. Let me just quickly. Where is he? There he is. So yes, a short-term deal. He's actually gone up one overall since we bought him, or brought him in on loan. We have actually got an 800k buy option if we want to buy him at the end of the season. We're only paying 65% of his wages. The fact is, it means I can give Tavide a rest. Tavide is probably going to stay as my number 1. I will maybe bring in Højlund every now and again, just to rotate. But especially coming off the bench, it means I can actually take Tavide off. And we have got another loanee, Lucas Jetten. It's funny enough, Glenn has just had the best game of it, probably his whole kind of career, and we've actually just brought in another left back. So definitely gonna have a see if maybe it's worth playing him over him, but we'll see. So yes, our new left back who can actually play right wing apparently, left mid. He has got bucket worths of pace. He's got some decent stamina on him, very good acceleration, very good balance as well. He's got okay long pass, decent-ish stand tackle and slide tackle. Short pass is pretty decent as well. Ball control is pretty decent. It's definitely a decent winger, you'd probably say. But I've honestly brought him in, and he's probably going to, because of his higher rating, I'm going to give him the shot at left back right now. But Glennon, who can play pretty much everywhere as well, I'm pretty confident in keeping there. And we'll sort of keep that as it is. As I said, Glennon just had a great game, but the fact is, I've actually got a buy option as well for Jetten. As I told you in the first episode, make use of buy options when you're in these lower leagues and you can get a player of his quality who you can probably get on a decent deal with loan to buy, and then they're going to probably be worth nearly double by the time you actually want to buy them. By the way, just a little transfer. I kind of wish I didn't do it now, because I was sort of just testing something out, because I had Manny Monfey in my shortlist just as I wanted someone sort of cheap, someone who can come in and be a decent centre back now for me, especially when we've got low money. And Monfey was like approach to sign. I've never actually been able to sign someone on a pre-contract, so I want to see if there was a way for me to sign him up now. But unfortunately, it's a great deal, but it's not going to happen until next season. So it's definitely going to be a decent squad player for me. Even if we go to League One, he'll be an okay backup for me. And we have finally signed a centre back it is literally, I've had to negotiate so hard to get this. And a player who's actually worth nearly over 800k. We managed to get on a really good deal. The issue is, it is going to, I mean, look at that. We paid 390k. The best deal was 600k. They must have really wanted rid of him. Got 45k, but I wish one of these bloody players would sell, because that's my issue right now. If we could sell even one player, it means we'd have enough for youth academy scouts. That's sort of what I'm annoyed about. Annoying thing is, I did actually have a transfer for Gwilt, what I actually was considering, because at least then I've had a bit of money and maybe even gone and got another player and left a little bit in the tank. But it is what it is. I didn't really want to sell him, but the issue was with the youth academy, and I just wanted a bit of money for that, and unfortunately I might not have it. I've got a tiny bit, but not a lot. Okay, so just a quick look as we're gonna go into especially like the big part of the season now, because obviously we've got no FA Cup games, we're out of the transfer window. It is just going to be League 2 games as we go on. I'll show you the table in a minute, but this is the team we're going to be going into. Obviously we've strengthened this team already in this window by bringing in now Wilhelm, who is a 65 rated centre back, who just looks like a decent all-rounder player. And again, we're going for a hella decent price. 22 years of age, so still room to grow. Finally can play right back as well, that's really nice, but not got much pace, so I wouldn't really want to play him there if I didn't have to. But we've got Jetton as well, who I've not played with yet, but I'm sure he's going to be an absolute rapid player down the left. And obviously we brought in Hoyland, so we brought in 3 players, and we've still got a lot of like loan players coming through and all that, so I think we've got a really good foundation to go on a massive push. Okay guys, so just so I want us all to be on the same page. This is what the table is looking like, and I gotta say, it is looking very healthy for us, because Hawkeye FC are sitting second in the table on 39 games played, 66 points. We are now 6 points ahead of Notts County and Salford City, 7 ahead of Gillingham and Cambridge now, so we are pulled away from the rest of the competition. Not only that, we have got a game in hand on these teams. So if we win that game in hand, it stretches to 9 points. That is pretty much, hopefully, promotion sealed. Oh, we're going to win it. Come on, that is promotion already sealed. The only thing is, the only way I'm going to play another game is if somehow there's a chance at the title. So let's get all this wrapped up. So starting League 2, we finished second place. 3 points behind league leaders, by the way, MK Dons. I think this has been such a successful season, League 2, when, to be fair, we started off where it was a bit, especially with simulations, it made it really tough, and then we just hit our stride, especially, we did get a bit of luck in simulations. I can't just say that we didn't, so we got a lot of good results in simulations as well as out, so I can't really complain too much about that. Notts County are the team coming up to League 1 with us, so pretty sure they came down last season, so yeah, it kind of makes sense that. The FA Cup went to Manchester City, so the team, I know it was the Carabao Cup they knocked us out, but they won, maybe Bournemouth 4-1. I think we went out very, very early in that. The Carabao Cup went to Liverpool versus Arsenal, so very Premier League driven cup competition. The Virtue Trophy went to Luton Town. I think that happened in real life as well. That's pretty cool. The FA Community Shield went to Liverpool, beating Crystal Palace 4-1. The Super Cup, I know we're way off it, but might as well keep up with it. PSG won the Super Cup versus Spurs. Real Madrid beat Inter Milan 4-2 in the Champions League. Again, we're far off, but might as well keep on top of them. Notts Forest beat Celtic in the Europa League final. The Conference League was won by Fiorentina against Rayo Vallecano. So that's it for the competitions. All the thing is now to look at our stats. So it's no surprise that who is our top goal scorer, and it is Samson Tavide with 37 goals and 13 assists. So what's that? That is 50 goals and assists in 53 games. That is such a great return. And what, I can't remember how much we actually bought him for. I'll have to have a look, because it was absolute pennies. But that, I will take that all day long. And do you know what? Fair play. Leo Ryan, who unfortunately is leaving us, obviously, at the end of the season. We did get a little bit of money from him, but 17 goals and 6 assists. I tell you what, a lot of them were in simulations. But 23 goals and assists for my cam, that is really, really good. Quintel as well, 9 goals and 11 assists, so 20 goals and assists for one of my attacking midfielders, very, very good. Dragomir 7-7. Page, again, I gotta say, he's got a great ceiling, because he's 17 years of age, 68 overall, he can grow, but I've got to be honest, because I think, I'm not too sure I think it's over $1 million his buy option. Depending on our budget, he is, I'm not going to go through it just yet, but he is someone I'm not 100% on buying yet. Burns had a pretty good season as well. Our top assister was Tavide again. Quintel was close behind. Dragomir as well. Dragomir, who definitely did his job in that midfield for us. He's sort of filling in because we're playing with CDMs and he's not a CDM. He's just an out-and-out centre midfielder. But anyway, so welcome to Season 2 of this career mode. We have obviously been promoted. We are in League 1. Great start to Season 1, honestly. I'm going to say right now, I honestly think Season 1 was probably one of the best Season 1s I've had in a career mode, just in terms of everything sort of hitting in the way it should have. I thought the way we've sort of built this team, I think there's still a hell of a lot of work to do, and I'm definitely going to be hopefully so and this season. But I think we've really set a really good foundation. I think going through the youth academy has really helped. I mean, you think we've got Michael Burris, who was one of the players of the season in my opinion. We've got Clifford, who's a very decent CDM, definitely going to be getting a little bit more game time. He's going up in overall. We've got Pierce, we've got Gwilt, who were definitely decent last season. We're in the 60s now, we're still very young players as well, so hopefully, especially in League 1, what's still a decent level for them, they might not be cracking into the starting 11 just yet, but these are definitely good players. So we have got 2 players I want to sort out contracts for, and that first one is for Gwenai Byfield. So we've got a buy option for 570k. I am just going to straight up accept that one. We'll sort out his contracts in just a second. The second one, honestly, was Lewis Page. He's going to cost us about 1.1. I am still on the fence at whether to take him, honestly, but I think for the price he's going to be, and the fact even if he doesn't become a world-class player, I think honestly we can moneyball him and use him in a sense, but I think he's still got the potential to be a really good player, and I think with the way I'm going to sort of figure out this new sort of starting 11, I think he could be really important. So you know what, he's already said that he wants to start. He's already told me, he's already brought a message to us that he's enjoyed his time at Hawkeye and he wants to come here permanently. So do you know what, it's realistic enough for me. So we're going to sign these 2 up. The only other one I'm not going to sign is Hoyland, because honestly I think I could possibly get someone in loan signing or something like that for him. I don't want to waste 800k on a striker who I'm not completely convinced with. Okay, so the big thing for me this season is obviously what I'm trying to do this whole career mode is what I was doing in former career modes is I was doing a lot of buying players and then selling them like a season or 2 later. I am trying to get away from doing that as much, because if in a way, like, especially in the Oldham career mode, I honestly just bought a lot of players for a means to an end. In a sense, some players just didn't work out and all that, and I didn't really scout them for a certain position. And if this is what I mean by, like, my first career mode in the new FIFA FC game always is a bit of a tester in a way, because it always makes me, I'll make mistakes in that, what means I can go into next. The fact is I did not utilise the Youth Academy enough in the Oldham Athletic career mode, not by a long stretch. That is something I want to fix in this career mode, what I'm already doing. But also I want to really focus on who I'm bringing in, and that's why even if Page doesn't turn out to be as good as I think he's going to be, but I honestly think he'll be better when he's in the middle, because the fact is he's not that fast, but he has got a decent, he's so well rounded in the rest of his stats. Ryan's leaving anyway. I'm honestly thinking about bringing in wingers in, so that means I've got 2 wingers in Pierce and Gwilt, so I honestly just need maybe 2 wingers. I'm going to scout the free agents. I'm going to scout the loan list, and I'm going to see if I can get anyone for a decent price. We did have about £4 million in the budget, but obviously buying them 2 players actually has really not done too much. So we've already signed 2 players, and we've still got a decent budget. We've got £2.6 million we can invest into this club. Obviously, we've still got to send out scouts. What's something I need to do before we advance. But also, I have got a little bit of money coming in due to player sales. Okay, this is what I'm going to do for the Youth Academy starting up at the minute. So, first off, we've got Switzerland. I'm using one of my lower rated scouts to just basically go and look for goalkeepers. I want a bit more of a pool of goalkeepers in the Youth Academy. Only doing it for 3 months because I don't know why, but you can only, if you choose to scout for a goalkeeper in Youth Academy, that is the only position you can do. But any other positions, you can have up to 4. It's a very confusing thing, but anyway, the second one, I'm actually doing this for a subscriber and someone who actually has been watching the career for quite a while. I'll give it a quick little shout out. I'm sorry if I completely butcher the name. Guitele Romney, 1686, has actually asked to get Haiti scouted. I think that's where he's from. So hopefully they enjoy that. In fact, I'm scouting for the Youth Academy. We're looking for right backs, left backs, and cams for our Youth Academy. So hopefully we get a few Haiti players coming through. We've also got England. We're looking for centre backs, centre mids, right wing and left wing. So basically, the Youth Academy is getting scouted for every position on the pitch, minus strikers. But what I'm probably going to do is I'm actually going to probably, as soon as the Switzerland one's over, I'm going to send my scout away again and actually go look for strikers. Haiti, I think, is only for 6 months. England was scouted for the season. It's taken a little bit longer just to get to through this part of the season anyway, but we've got just a quick look at the Youth Academy as it is now. So one player who's looking very, very good is Lloyd. Look at that potential, 87 to 94 potential. He's definitely someone who's going to probably bring it up to the first team at some point this season. So I'm definitely going to see how he does. The one thing I would like to sort of get up in overall is definitely his acceleration. His sprint speed is pretty decent. The thing is, especially with the Youth Academy this season, is literally, well, not a Youth Academy, with free agents, a lot of the best players get picked off so damn quickly. Literally within days of them being in Youth Academy. It's not like before where you could go in, you can see like Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero, all these like high 80s to 90s players, and you just randomly find youth in the free agents. Especially like new players, like this Carlos Carmona, who when I was looking through this free agents, this guy came along, a right winger, striker, cam, right mid, so basically can play near enough anywhere in that midfield and striker role. And the fact is, he looked like he just looks like a real good player. But also, what it does say, it says interest from other clubs. I think it said from Al Hilal as well, so from Saudi clubs. When it usually says that, they will just go in and buy him literally any day. And there's been times in other career modes where I've left it just to scout him. I mean, the fact is, it's going to take 21 days just to get his details. I'm honestly going to go and he's 17 years of age. I'm just going to put a punt out there and see if we can get him in, because I feel like this guy is going to be, I think he's going to be in the 70s. I honestly think, or like maybe high 60s to low 70s. That's my prediction. We have agreed a deal with Carlos Carmona. Thankfully, he told me everything he wanted. The question is, what is his overall? We're going to get an A rating. You get that every time you do a free agent. What is his overall? Oh my god, he's 74 rated. Oh, 72. Why did I say 74? He's 72 rated though. He's worth £7.5 million. That is why I didn't want to mess around. Because even if he turns out to be a bust player, he is just pure profit, because all we're paying is his wage. That is literally all we're paying. It's actually quite a low wage. I'm so happy. It was like 4 or 5 grand a week. Really not a lot for a player of this quality. And we've got him on a 3-year contract. that is one winger in. Come on, I am happy with that first signing. Similar to the last signing, Bento Cardoso. By the way, I don't usually like going for players like this, but the fact is, because these are so good players, I mean, it's going to take 15 days, but again, this guy, when I looked through the free agents list, it said that he had interest, I can't actually quite remember, it was like Villarreal or something. So basically, first division teams are looking at Bento, and he could definitely be a decent player. I mean, look at them physicals, even if it's the yellow ones, his physicals are fantastic. His crossing looks really good, and his stand tackle and slide tackle are in the 60s minimum. I think this guy's going to be like near low 70s as well. And here he is, Bento Cardoso. We'll go on a pretty decent wage as well. Only £5,000 we're paying him per week. The question is, same with the other one, what is his overall? 72. Or what is it actually? Is it actually 72? Where is he? Cardoso. Yes, he is. He's 72. Look at that. A 74 and a 72 rated player straight out of the gate. Two 17-year-olds. Well, actually, my God, we've got a little thing of buying the 17-year-olds. I mean, I suppose younger they are, the more time they've got to sort of just grow into a beast player. But my God, I think honestly this is a great start. I mean, I know we got Jetton in the left back position, but I think Jetton can play like winger as well. So I think having someone like that on the bench would be very good. But the fact is, we've got Cardoso as a permanent now, so he's going to be so good. Okay, so this is what I've sort of come up with the team, with the players I've got available right now. Obviously, we've made 4 signings technically, but we've still got a hell of a lot to do. Like, we've not made any loan signings, we've not actually bought someone with money yet. So there's still a lot we want to do and will do with this squad. But this is sort of what I'm thinking about. Obviously, we've got Carmona now on the right. We've got Pierce on the left, but I'm definitely thinking about getting maybe either a lone player in on the left or something like that. That's possibly in my forward thinking. Definitely thinking about getting a centre mid in. We really do need one because our next best one is Steele, and we've also got Preston on the bench as well. Definitely need probably someone better than Clifford right now, next to Dragomir to start the season. So definitely winger, definitely CM, and we definitely need a centre back. I'd say it's not too bad. Monfey and Garber are good backups, I'd say, but definitely need a backup right back as well, even just like a lower rated one, just to be a backup for Burris. Because even if we get someone who's sort of higher rated than Burris, I want to keep Burris in there because I just want to get him higher rated. And I think, especially in games, he plays better than his overall says. And I think at 17 years of age, he's just going to flurry. And I think diamond player potential will hit him like a truck this coming season. Definitely need to get a backup striker as well. So there is another sign. Not only that, this is a bit more of an experienced signing in terms of League One action. What I am probably going to do, because now I have obviously got, the thing is with this signing, obviously I've got plenty of centre backs, but the issue is getting a centre back in who can actually improve the overall score. Jesse Bishop, again, one of the players who was here at the start, 225k going to Bromley. And Jaden Steele is going to Bristol Rovers for 700k. This is one of the players from my youth academy who literally had like max 72 potential. He's 60 rated. I've got plenty of other good players. He's just useful for some good value. And just like that, we're pretty much back up to what we were before we signed Hamer. I think we had near enough 2.7 at the time, so we're pretty alright. We've got over a couple million left, and to be honest, we've done a lot of business what we needed to do, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with the left wing right now. So what we've got Lloyd. We signed him in the youth academy last year, but look at that potential, and he's actually not bad rated either. I'm just wondering how long it'd take him to become a left winger. I can't imagine it's going to be long. I'm hoping not. 2 weeks. I'm gonna leave him in the youth academy right now. I've wanted to leave him in there at least a year. I think we signed him like towards around January last year. So we're getting towards like he's been in that youth academy for a few months now. He's overall and he's been ticking away. His potential's been going up. He's very nicely well rounded. Obviously, he still needs to improve his acceleration. He's got a bit of sprint speed about him. Dribbling's okay. Ball control's okay. Finishing's decent. Short pass is decent. Definitely things we need to work on. But I'm honestly thinking about that left wing spot. Him and Pierce sort of sharing responsibility for starters. I could always put Quintel out there if I need to. I honestly think for the start of a career of this season, it's the way to go. It means because if I sign someone, it's going to make it increasingly more difficult for these players to sort of come in and have an impact. So I think in certain positions, it's like Michael Burris at right back. He is low rated 60. He's in the low 60s. But I know full well from what he started from last season when he was like 56, 57 overall and he's got to 61 rated right now, I know dynamic player potential will hit him sooner or later and he'll just keep on going, and the more he plays, the better he plays, he'll be absolutely fine. I'm hoping the same is for Lloyd, Pierce, Gwilt, all these young wingers I want to get involved in this season. So yes, Anthony Glennon has left the club. I'm not too sure where to, but we managed to get about 450 for him. I think we always spent like 200k on him. It wasn't a lot. He was probably the only one out of the people I bought last season who just weren't doing it for me. And the fact is, we've got two players in that time who've actually outperformed him. Obviously, Cordova, who we just brought in, hasn't played a game yet, but the fact is he's literally like 10 overalls higher than him. So there's no point having three left backs right now. I've just decided to cash in on him. It's not going to be a constant theme. This is something I've tried to stop doing this season and this career mode. So it won't happen all the time, but it is just going to be natural to sell players when they seem they're just not needed. Oh, come on. This is a big signing here. 12-month deal for Trey Nayoni coming in from Liverpool. This is a big transfer. We're paying 55% of his wages, so it's about 11 to 12 grand, I think, of that. For a 1 year deal. He's going to become in the centre. I don't know why he's comparing to Page. But we have got a £2.2 million buy option come next season if we want to keep him around. And I think he's actually worth like around 2.7. So we've actually been given less than what his value is right now. And he's not even grown anything yet. So I am so excited with this lad because he is already a massive upgrade on what we had. And he's such a nicely well-rounded player as well. So I'm looking forward to using him. Got a sale here for one of our young players, Emre Cadogan. He is going to Gillingham for 850k. He was a 58 rated player who didn't have a whole lot of potential. I think he had max 80 potential. And because I've got so many left backs, I just want to make a bit of profit on him. And here he is. Zech Obiero is through the door at Hawkeye FC for 670k. Plus a 15% add-on, so it could, depending on how good he gets, it could actually turn out to be a good deal for Leyton Orient down the line. But we'll see. I honestly think this is one of them deals, even if it doesn't work out, he'll grow no matter what. Even if he doesn't turn out to be the greatest player, and we sell him in a season or two, and we get a couple million for him, it'll still be profit. This is a win-win situation. Obviously, I really hope he just explodes into a great player and he gets like 98 rated. Doubtful, but I'm still going to give my all, and I'm hoping we can make this guy into a superstar. And just like that, Charlie McNeil is coming over from Sheffield to Hawkeye FC for £1.25 million with a added on 8% sell-on clause. I am very happy with that. A very decent overall player. He is going to be a very nice player to battle Tavide for that number 9 spot. It's just more someone who can come off the bench and play in the odd game, just so I'm not having to play Tavide in every single game. And one more youngster leaving the club permanently is Brendan Dillon. He's going to Wimbledon for 590k. This is mainly just so we have some money for Youth Academy going forwards. I can't really imagine we're going to have much more. As I said, I'm not really interested in doing any more deals. I'm not interested in selling anybody. And I've not got really anyone I want to buy at this moment in time. So, as I said, I'm not just buying anyone willy-nilly. I'm really trying to think about who we're signing. Trying to think of more of the long-term project, but not else, and hoping for the best for the short term. And Chris Clifford, as I said, this is one of them lone signs where he has played part in the squad. He is going to Swansea for 6 months. I don't know how much game time he's going to get there, but hopefully his overall just gets up a little bit. It means it'll give me a bit more of a license to give him more game time. And look at this, Jeremy Mensah is coming in for 2 years with a £2 million buy option if we want him. I mean, for God's sake, he is worth over that. He's worth like 2.8. He's 18 years of age at 68 overall. We've just got near enough a wonder kid for nothing. Look at the league table after all that business. So we've got a game in hand on pretty much everyone around us besides Portsmouth, but I don't even... Basically now, all the way up to, I'd say, Wickham, we're pretty sound. Because we're about 12 points ahead of Stevenage. And really, the only teams we really have to worry about right now is Wickham, Sheffield Wednesday, and QPR. We're on 59 points, but we've got a game in hand. So we've got 5 points on them already. And if we win that game in hand, we can extend that to 8 points. So we are pretty solid right now. We've not really had anything. We've had a couple of offers for people who are not interested in selling. Doesn't look like there's going to be much else going on. And that is business for us done, because we really don't have anyone else we want to get. I honestly think in the next episode we could probably just wrap up this entire season, because the way it's looking, we just look like we're going to run away with this, because we are already 7 points ahead of Sheffield Wednesday, who are in third. I honestly don't care if we win the title or we don't. I really don't. As long as we go up, I really don't care. Obviously, if we go up by winning the League One title, it is a nice piece of silverware, and also it breeds more confidence going into the Championship or into the next league you go in, so on and so forth. But we have got a game in hand, so if we win that, we will go 10 points clear. Nice job done, League One. Thank you for your service, but Hawkeye FC are out. I mean, I hope that we're going to see the title lift. I mean, I've just done all that. Here we are. Dragomir, who's been here since the beginning for the last 2 seasons of his club's history. He has been here, and he has got the captain's armband this season. He has followed. He has been absolutely brilliant all season. And this man is taking us into the Championship in style with the League One trophy. Have that, QPR. Oh, you love to see it. Come on. I'm pretty sure we went up champions in League 2 as well, didn't we? I'd have to have a look at that. I'm sure we did. Even that, we went up in like 2nd or 3rd, I think. I think we might have actually gone up in... I don't think we won it actually, thinking about it, but who cares? We have won League One, defying all the odds. See you next season, Championship. Let's go. So, your League One champions was us. We actually was level on points with QPR, but we have won it with an extra 3 goal difference. That is just what it was. It was massive. So close, but also, I mean, we were 14 points clear, Portsmouth, so we were up a long time ago. So this is how the standings are looking at. Our top goal scorer was Samson Tavidi, of course. He had a little bit of a quiet start to the season. He struggled to sort of find his feet in League One, but then he very quickly started to get going again. 25 goals and 11 assists, so 36 goals and assists in 46 games. So really not bad at all for a player of his standard. Really happy with him. Carlos Carmona, who came in this season, 17 goals and 13 assists. That is one hell of a season. 30 goals and assists in 50 games for a winger. That is world-class stats, really. And as an 18-year-old who's just started, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. And this first season as well, Lloyd, 12 goals and 5 assists. 17 goals and assists for a winger is very, very good. And the fact is, he has just come into the team from Youth Academy. I am so excited to see where Lloyd goes in his career mode. Really, really excited. Page got 11 goals and 9 assists. So again, 20 goals and assists from McCann makes exactly the kind of thing I want. McNeil obviously was a lot more of a bench player. As much as it says he's got 27 appearances, you got to remember a lot of them was coming off the bench with not that much time to go. 7 goals and 9 assists though. 16 goal involvement for a backup striker is really not bad. I think I'm going to probably keep him around next season as my backup striker because I think he's done a pretty good job doing well. We'll be in the championship and we'll get on to our championship goals, and hopefully, you never know, we'll see how the team looks, we'll see what money we get, and we'll have a good crack at trying to see if we can get up to the Prem at first time of asking. And welcome to season number 3 of the career mode. And we have had a great start to this series in the first 2 seasons, getting promoted both times. And last season coming up as champions of the League One, and we're in the championship now. We are one more season away of a good season to get into the Premier League. Just a quick look at who is on our transfer list. So I have decided to put on Manny Montfey because again he is 32, 64 overall. I think League One is his max. Didn't get much game time there. I think he's one of the players we could just... He was sort of a mistake signing. I didn't actually mean to sign him, but it was a nice mistake because I do really like Manny Montfey. I loved him in the Oldham Athletic career mode, but we are just going to sell him because he's not really going to get much game time. Ainhunt, Barlett, Cross, these are all players basically from like season 1 who just didn't work out. Dave, I've got basically all these are young players who are just not going to make it into the team. People like Ryan Waller, he would make it into the team, but the fact is I've got so many decent wingers. I had to cut a couple of them, and the fact is I could do with a bit of money now, so he was actually worth the most out of a couple of them. I think it was him or Gwilt, and to be honest, I know Gwilt's pretty good, and he's just come back off a loan where he's gone up quite a few overall, so I want to keep him. Ryan Wall's like £1 million more expensive than him. I think this just makes more sense. Obviously, I was about to sign Naoni on a permanent. I messed up. I advanced and I completely forgot to do it, and we've lost him. He's gone back to Liverpool, and he was a 73 overall. I doubt he's even... We might be able to get him on loan again, but I don't see the point because we can't get him for a dirt cheap price now. Oh, that has really annoyed me because I've just literally finally decided, oh yeah, we'll bring him in because it's a stupid price. I mean, look at that. It's fat. I'd have got him for like half his price. That is annoying. Yes, look, we'd have to pay for nearly double what we were going to pay for him. So one of the first sales is Scott Cross going out to Philadelphia. He is the last player of the original squad we had at the start of season number 1 who has left. All that team's gone. There's no one left of it. By the way, I completely forgot to let you know, we have, as a budget, we've got £7.65 million. We did have a couple of players who were sold on at the end of last season, like young players. Players you probably not even seen before. And obviously, we spent a couple of million on the youth academy just to get that going. I also bought a new scout and basically got rid of my worst one. Bought a new one. That's what I'll be slowly doing every season, is basically getting rid of my worst scout and getting new ones in, so it make it like recruitment process a lot better. Another sale, Liam Barlett again. I think this is the last sale of the original team. I'm pretty sure Barlett was a part of that. Josh Preston, he is leaving too for 820k. Did play a couple of games for us at the start of the series, so we do say goodbye to him. As I said, my 2 main positions, well, I'd say 3 positions I kind of need to get players for now is I need a backup centre back, or at least a centre back who can come in and shake it up, because obviously we're selling Montfey, so I need that 4th centre back. We need a backup right back because Boris won't be able to play all the games, and I actually do want to start having like good depth for the right back position. Obviously, we did have Garbutt, but he's left because he was getting low rated, and obviously I've got no one else for right back, and also centre mid because we lost Naoni. I was trying to get him back, but the fact is I think we give him another contract because he was on a lot more money than he was when we first loaned him in. So it honestly just didn't seem any point, so I'm just going to let him go and I'm going to go for someone new. But the first free agent signing I'm going to do, and as I said, I've got 2 I can go for. I can only go for 2 free agent signings per season. And the first one is Alexis Kalogerpoulos. I've absolutely butchered that. Kalogopoulos. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna lie. I literally just put that into Dole with that name, and I still can't pronounce the name. So you know what? I apologise to this guy because he actually is a real footballer. Alexios. That is what I'm calling him. So we've got Alexios, who is 22 years of age. What excites me is, if obviously you can't see it on the screen, is his potential. From what his potential looks like, it's anything between like 77 to 90. Here's Alexios coming to Hawkeye FC as our first signing in the Championship, and it is a free agent signing, but you know we've always got to get them kind of signings out of the way first before we start with the price deals. But this guy's going to be a good one, because look at that overall already coming in the squad, and he actually comes in as my strongest centre back. And there is our second signing of the window, and our final free agent signing of the window. And that is a job done on a very decent deal as well, 10k wage. Can't complain again. Him and Dragomir are very similar in a lot of ways, but very, very happy. And I'm probably going to start with these two midfield, but definitely going to be incorporating Mensah for either one of these. I'd probably say, Bozdogan's got the grip of Dragomir, but we'll see. We'll wait and see. Alright, the third player, Privedor Kopra, is coming in from Mönchengladbach. The English right back is coming back to England, to Hawkeye FC. We'll see how he does. You never know, he could become a cult hero. And as I said, we are inclined in this football club these days to give players a massive chance, and we don't really sell too many players we've bought right now. I mean, I think the only ones we've actually sold is like Glennon, and we're selling Montfort this season, so we're sort of trying to limit it. Come on, this is another sign just before we get started. Is Lazar Jovanovic coming in from Stuttgart, the right midfielder. Obviously, I'm going to move him up to right wing. He's coming in because I'm going to be making a bit of a shift with the wingers. Not who we're starting, because Lloyd and Carmona pretty much got them two spaces nailed down. Invite says Jovanovic and Lloyd. Jovanovic should be starting. Not happening. Lloyd is starting at least to start the season. But one thing I am going to change, I'm going to show you now. So also we had Ryan Waller transfer listed. I'm actually going to take him off. I'm going to try and loan him away. Because I've got, obviously, I only really need this season 2 in each position, and I've already kind of got that. If I really need someone desperately, I could always bring people back off on loans. Nathan Reese is going to stay. Carmona and him's going to be my right wingers, and then Jovanovic and Lloyd are going to be my left wingers. I am going to transfer Jovanovic to probably the left wing as well. I'm pretty sure he can go to the left, I'm pretty sure. But Waller, he's going onto the loan list. But because he's lost his status of showing great potential or anything like that, and again, didn't have a great season last season, I'm trying to part ways with Pierce. By the way, Tom Pierce has left to Luzern for £1 million. I'm happy with that. Good profit. Bit of a strange one, but I am going to loan UN Bird away, because I think he has still got a bit of quality about him, and I think I'm not playing him enough. So I'm probably going to play more Cordero this season. If for whatever reason Cordero is not playing well or anything like that, I might bring him back. But I'm going to send to AZ, see if we can get that overall ticking on with Bird, because I think he's, especially because of last season, he didn't play as much. I think he's starting to stagnate a little bit, and I want him to get a bit better. And we have done a good job in really revitalising the team. And the fact is as well, we've not really sold many players we've bought. We've kept the team pretty damn good. We've only bought players we really needed to, and we've been very, very clever with what we've done. I mean, I forgot as well that we got Restes in loan. Honestly, I don't mind at all. This is sort of one of them. Every now and again in your career modes, no matter how much you want to make it realistic and down to earth, sometimes you have to, if you get offered something and it's right there and it's going to help you get to the top, this is the kind of signing, especially on an 84 rated keeper in net in the Championship, that is going to help so much. And you never know, if we get up to the Premier League somehow this year, if we get a sneaking 10 playoffs or something like that, you never know. We could bring him back on permanent basis next year. Because I think I have used Restes before, but back when it was actually called FIFA, and I can't remember who it was with, but I can't actually remember. But either way, we'll have to move on. But again, the team is looking strong, very, very strong. The bench, I've got to say, my God, we have pimped the squad out in the last few transfer windows. Very excited to see how we go on.
As I said, we are in transfer window now, and what we have decided to do is Cadero wanted to leave the club. He wasn't happy with the fact that he wasn't the first choice keeper anymore. So we managed to get about nearly £3.7 million for him. Decent offer for him. As I said, we had the opportunity to get Restes. I think it's doing us good. I think overall, it was the right decision. And yes, is it a little bit unrealistic? Of course it is. But there's also an argument that he had 2 or 3 better goalkeepers. And the fact is, he's seen the project we're doing, the fact how well we're doing in the Football League. And he knows full well he can make that team better. And Restes is playing every match. So PSG are going to be looking at that. And Championship's not an easy league. So you never know. We might keep him. He might go back. We might sign a new goalkeeper next year. I honestly don't know. But right now, I'm happy we've got Restes. We also sold Kevin Wolfrich as well to St Mirren as well. And Pierre Emeren. So we have got a little bit of cash now. I think we should have about 3 million. No, 4 million. So we're doing alright. Need to sort out a couple of contracts, but other than that, we might be able to do a bit of business, but I'm not massively looking for anything. But my focus is on this because we're in a position where I really didn't think we were going to be in. We are 7 points ahead of Coventry City in 6th, so we are well in the playoffs right now. Unless we fall off a cliff, the thing is, our team's only going to get better. It's only going to start growing. It's already a beast. I'll show you it just in a sec. We're 2 points off first, but honestly, I don't really care about finishing first. As long as we finish in the playoffs, I'm happy. But the fact is, the way this is starting to look out, I'd be actually disappointed if we slip out of the top 2. Because I don't think any of these teams are really being consistent. A lot of them are dropping points. We are not. We are winning a hell of a lot of games. We're not conceding a lot of goals, and we're scoring a lot of goals. So this is going to be a very interesting second half to the season. I'm going to have to see if anything comes up with transfers, but I'm honestly not massively looking for anything. Because let's have a quick look at the calendar. We are going into April, and this is the last month of fixtures. For the Championship anyway, depending on what happens in the FA Cup. So we've got the quarter-finals against Leeds United. We've got a massive chance in that if we can get past Leeds. So we are sitting top. We are 6 points clear, but Norwich have a game in hand. Yes! Come on! Titus and Bengals, and he squeezed it in the past Coffee. Oh my God, my head hurts. Everything hurts because my God, I have been busting a gut trying to win this game. Oh, how has he got this in? He has hit that like a goddamn rocket. He had to hit that hard and true. He has topoed that to hell. Oh, come on. In the last minute. Oh my God, I've lost my mind. I've lost everything. And that's what you get. They really did not put up a fight in this extra time. They really wanted penalties in my eyes. Oh my God, we've done it. We have made an FA Cup final. A Carmona 88th minute equaliser, and then in the 120th minute, he steps up again to send us to the final. Oh my God, where would we be without this guy? Really, without his goals and his influence, where would we be? I
I am bewildered of how we've just managed to do this. Honestly, these games just keep getting bigger and bigger because this, if we win this game here, not only do we go up to the Premier League, because this is technically the last day for everyone, but apparently we've got a game in hand. Oh, I love a little move. And now Lloyd! Our future wonder kid strikes again! And could that be the first domino falling for us to book our place in next year's Premier League race? And our first Premier League title. What? Sorry, I just said that all wrong. Could that be the goal what sends us into the Premier League? Let's not talk about titles just yet. We're a little bit away from that. Ridgewell is tracing. And Kimona just cuts inside. And Tavini there for the tap in. He does not mind them. And we double our lead on 24 minutes. Kimona just doing what he does best. Cuts in. Provides the shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in. But Tavide just makes sure he gets the ball on target. Ah, Jed! Lovely stuff, and that will just about put the cherry on top. Lovely, lovely stuff. Look, cut in as well. That's beautiful. The championship title. Unreal to think we won League One last season and we've gone back to back and won the championship. I thought we was going to struggle to get into the playoffs. I thought this was not going to be an easy ride at all. I thought we were going to struggle to get the triple back-to-back promotions. But my God, we have done it in style. And do you know what? We've really not changed a lot. We've just built the squad so well over the last 2-3 years. It has just grown. And we've had a couple bits and pieces. That man right there who's got the armband this season, Dragomir, he will lift it high. And it's another piece of silverware going into the trophy cabinet of Hawkeye FC. And that might not even be the last bit of silverware we lift this season, as we've still got an FA Cup final. And again, we've got, hopefully we do get back in the summer transfer window where we can make the additions we need to. Because I could definitely say the transition from Championship to Premier League is going to be massive. And it's going to be hard. We're going to need improvements. We're going to need reinforcements. We're going to need a bigger squad. Especially, what will help is if we win the FA Cup, I do think that'll add like an extra few mil onto our transfer budget. So it all could help if we do get the job done. Here we go, our first cup final of the series, and it comes in season 3. Usually we have to wait like 3 or 4 seasons. Actually longer than that, usually like 4 or 5. I think it took us a long time to actually get to our first final in the Oldham Athletic career mode. Don't know how quickly we did it in the past Hawkeye series. But in this last match, I am playing my best team out there. I am not messing about. I said we have had to do it. We've had to beat Leeds. We've had to beat Everton. So we've earned our stripes to be here. They are not easy teams just to walk against. This is going to be the biggest test though. This is a one-off game mode. Obviously, we will be playing against Chelsea again next season. But this is why I want to play again with my best team out there. Let's have a quick look at Chelsea's team. So Truman's in goal. We've got Colwell still there. We've got very familiar midfield. And a very familiar from 3. It's a very... We've got no Cole Palmer in the starting 11, but we've got him on the bench. That's interesting. We've got Raum and Dodo as fullbacks. And Adam Rabayo. That's interesting. Sanchez has been dropped to the bench. Very, very interesting. As I said, Restes is in goal. Same back four as usual. Dragomir with the captain's armband and usual front three. As I said, I've been using the backup team up to where I feel like I could, even up until the quarterfinals and half in the semi-finals. This is too big a game to just throw it to my second team, especially like people like changing the goal, an 85 rate keeper for a 70 rate keeper. They can be the fine margins of you winning or losing a final. Can't afford that. If we lose, we lose because we were not the better team. Let's go and try and make history. If we win this, we get a title and we go into Europe straight away. If we don't, we are still in the Premier League and we've made a final. Oh, Niesi just is enough. Oh God, no! Restes, please! Oh my God! He's just made up for that. My God, Jean Pedro pushing and double save from Restes. Tavide! Oh, he's on the angle! And Mensah! Oh, it's happening! Could it really be happening? Is my eyes deceiving me? Jeremy Mensah comes up with a massive goal for Hawkeye FC. Tavide hits the post. And it falls very fortunately for the midfielder, who actually hit that far too straight in my opinion, because he actually gave Truman half a chance of getting to it. But come on, lads. Mensah scores. We take the lead in the FA Cup final. And my God, we have drawn first blood in this final. Exactly what we wanted to do. Oh my God, what a save. Oh my God. Oh my God, we need him back. He has just made some amazing saves today. Come on! It could be happening! I don't know how it's offside, but I don't give a damn. Oh my God, it's happened! I can't believe this! We have beaten Chelsea 1-0. We are FA Cup champions. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't the prettiest. We just got the goal and we defended it. We just didn't really throw caution to the wind without needing to. And it's a Jeremy Mensah goal. The player who's still on loan, by the way. I've not actually signed him yet. Obviously, we will sign him at the end of this season, or at least the start of next. But a championship trophy and a FA Cup trophy. Not only that, we will be playing European football next season in the Premier League. Europa League, I believe it'll be as well. Not even Conference League, it's Europa League. And Dragomir is lifting another trophy. Hopefully, this means we'll have a big summer on coming up. I am looking forward to this. This is shaping up to honestly be a great career mode. Because this is. I'm just wondering how quickly could we possibly win the Champions League trophy, like, or win the Premier League even. Like, I'd love to be able to do it within like a 5-year period. It'd be the quickest career mode win ever. We wouldn't finish at that, but I'd love to like actually chalk it all off already. Not only that, by the way, guys. Obviously, I generally like to at least win one trophy every single season. Like, basically like to win at least everything once. And the FA Cup now is chalked off. We've already won 2 league titles. Obviously, the Premier League is a big one. But come on, what a start we've had. Come on. Okay, so let's very quickly go through all the standings. So obviously we finished a point ahead of Leeds United. Only 2 points ahead of Norwich. I don't care how close it is. We've won the championship. And you know what? We've very comfortably got into the playoffs. I honestly would have backed us to win that as well. We are so good in them kind of situations, but we don't need to because we've gone automatic in every single season. We'll have a quick look at who got through there, and it was Sheffield United. They beat Coventry 3-1. The FA Cup winners were obviously Hawkeye FC. One of the biggest wins, I'd say, in Hawkeye history, even after like the numerous series we've done. Just with how the fact our team's still lacking a lot, and like it's still got a lot of room to grow yet. We are nowhere near on Chelsea's level, but we were able to nullify them and take our chance. The Carabao Cup was won by Manchester United. They beat Brentford 2-1. The Super Cup was won by Porto 4-2 against Liverpool. And the Champions League, falling in love this soon into his career mode, and it's actually becoming very relevant to us now. Barcelona are your champions up against Borussia Dortmund. And Europa League, the competition we're looking to go and win in next season, is Leverkusen beat Napoli 2-1. And the Conference League was won by Roma against Villarreal 2-0. So let's have a quick look at the stats. So our top goal scorer isn't actually Samson Tavide, was surprising, but is Carlos Carmona, who went off in the championship. 20 goals in the championship is no small feat. At 19 years of age, he's 83 overall. I tell you what, I will be surprised if we don't start getting some offers for him. I mean, I don't think, I've not blocked offers. So, as I said, no one's really like hands off. There's not really that many players I'd say that about, but it'd take a mammoth offer for me to even think about selling him. 23 goals and 9 assists, 32 goals and assists in 48 games is not bad at all. Samson Tavide, 17 goals and 12 assists, really not bad. 29 goals and assists, really not bad. I think he's going to be a very half decent player for us next season. It is definitely a position we need to talk about, because are we going to really be able to survive in the Premier League with a 76 rated striker? Possibly not, but the issue is how much money we're going to have, and if we don't have enough, we're going to have to keep him. I'm not going to sell him so I can get someone else. We'll have to wait and see, but I have no interest in selling him. Even if I brought someone else in, I want to see if I can get him up to a decent level, because let's be honest, a few more overalls ticking along and he'd be close to 80, then we can start talking about it. But I honestly think just like we need to get a few stats up, like his finishing and his get a bit more pace about him. He is going to be a really good player, because I can't see us losing him anytime soon. Cham McNeil, 15 goals and 2 assists, really decent return from him. 7 goals in the Championship in very limited minutes, and 7 goals in the FA Cup. He was a big reason why we went so far. And Lloyd got 18 goals and assists in 46 games, which was pretty bang on for a winger. Obviously, I'd like maybe a few more assists, but you got to think he's 19 years of age. He's gone up 5 overalls this season, but he started in the 60s in the Championship, so you got to think he's trying to find his feet, and he's done it. Page, do you know what? I'll say it. I think he's actually been pretty decent this season. I think he's been one of our better players, even though his stats don't really say it. 8 goals and 5 assists. Again, could we survive in the Premier League with a player who's not quite high rated in such an important position on the pitch? Possibly not, but we'll have to wait and see. Our top assister was Tavide. Again, he always seems to do a bit of both. Welcome to season number 4. Because literally we haven't actually played an FA Community Shield. I don't remember the last time we actually did that. But we are in the Premier League. We are ready to start in the big leagues. This is going to be a really, really cool season. I think I'm really interested in seeing how we do. Really interested to see what business we can do. I will get onto it, but I'm a bit disappointed by how much money we've been given. But again, I can sort of understand it, but I wish we had a little bit more. But it is what it is. We just have to roll with the punches. Obviously, as well, we won the FA Cup, so we won that last season. So that means we will be probably going into the Europa League. I don't know why the Europa League is not actually there. I don't know if it's because it's not been drawn yet, possibly. But as I said I was a little bit disappointed in what the transfer budget was. So we got given about 47 million pounds. I have bought a couple of scouts as well. I have not actually sent away the youth academy scouts yet. I will be doing because I still think I'm gonna probably start going to. What I usually do is when I've got a big crop of young players, what I have got, I usually go for I scout for one season. I have a break where I nurture them and see who are the dead rubbers in the youth academy and sort of get the better ones, and then I go and scout again the following year. So whether I do that, I don't know. I am definitely going to be going out for some more youth in this season because obviously we're still really early in the career mode. Sometimes it does get a little bit late into the series. It's like, what is the point really spending the money when we're not going to have enough time to nurture them? But you honestly never know when you could get like a mid-70s 16-year-old who can come in and do a job for you. But anyway, obviously our big thing is right now we've got £45 million in the budget. We've got a couple of things to do. So even if you say we take away that, we've got about £40 million, and I've already know where I'm going to be putting most of that money, and that is sort of what is making me a little bit reserved. Obviously, because we have got a buy option for £33 million to buy Restes permanently. Obviously, it was with us last season. He actually did message me at the end of last season and said he's enjoyed his loan move and he's looking forward to maybe making it permanent. I thought with winning the FA Cup and getting into Euro, I thought we would personally have got up towards 70 to 80 million to spend. I was hoping for that much. It would worry me how much I don't even know if would it have even made a difference if we didn't win the FA Cup or anything like that. We are getting a really good deal for Restes because he's 23 years old. What is really young for a goalkeeper, 85 rated as well. So having that in the Premier League is just going to be such a good start. And I said, I don't know what I want to do. Obviously, I want to buy him. I was half tempted to see if I can maybe get a cheaper option, but the thing is, I'd end up going for him not him per se, but eventually, even if I went out and got an older goalkeeper who would last us a season or two, and I spent an extra 30 million on a player who may stay for the rest of the career mode, but we don't know. The fact is, Restes is a guaranteed win. We have played with him in the Championship. He is a very, very capable goalkeeper. He is only going to get better. And to be honest, he's not on a bad wage either. He's not on a stupid, like, over 100 grand wage. I also think, to make sure we are using the money purposely, I say getting Restes is going to be the best thing. It will leave us with next to no money, so I am going to have to make some tough decisions on who we keep. Obviously, we've got some big names who have got on a lot, who are worth a bit of money, but not too many. I mean, Carmona obviously is the big one with £67.5 million. Could we maybe get a big offer of him? I don't want to sell him, but the thing is as well is he's actually got an £84 million release clause, what does worry me because someone could come and snatch him, and to be fair, I'm actually because he was only worth about £25 million when that came out, and I was hoping by now he'd won a new contract. If he does, I would get rid of that, but that could be a worry. But even then, £84 million for a free agent signing we got a couple of seasons ago, I suppose I can't really moan about that. We got Lewis Page as well, who's £32.5 million. He could go for a lot of money, but again, I don't want to just be selling my best players because otherwise I've got to do the hard stuff and replacing them. So this is what the team is currently looking like. It does look pretty strong, but it definitely, if we want to survive in the Premier League, we're not going to go out and just destroy this league like we have in the other ones, because it's just not going to happen. The strength, the difference in strength between the Championship and the Premier League is massive. And we are going to really have to fight for our place. And hopefully some of these players start kicking on. And we're going to need our big players to really step up this season. And we're going to have to grind to get these wins. And here he is, back again. Guilherme Rested is in from PSG for £33 million. I honestly think PSG won't mind at all when they've got pretty good goalkeepers. I think they had Raya and Chevalier as well. They had some really good players. For that, an 85 rated keeper in the Premier League, it's unmatched. And we'd have had to go out and get a good goalkeeper eventually. The fact is, we wouldn't have won the FA Cup without him. He made 3 or 4 outstanding saves. Well deserved to come back. And for the price, it's really a bargain for him. Okay, we've got some free agents coming in. Vish Dallinger, a striker, coming in. Actually pretty decently rated, so I'm pretty happy with it. 79 overall, so he will definitely provide good competition for Samson Tavide. And another coup off the free agents list, Tommaso Baldanzi. He is coming in. I think he's just left Genoa as well. He's going to be a very decent player just to come and fight Page for that position. 25 years of age, so I think I'd just be swapping these two and see how they go. But look at that, £20 million in worth of value. 80 overall. Definitely, you can't really beat that as a free transfer. First big sale really is Vlad Dragomir is going to FC 20 for £4 million again. This is pure profit because we bought this guy, I think, later on in season 1. He has been a great servant. He was captain last year when we won the league and the FA Cup. Big credit to him. Just a quick bit of business as well. We have officially signed Jeremy Mensah on a permanent deal. He was instrumental, played near enough every game or some part of it every game last season. So he is staying with us for the foreseeable future. I mean, even looking at this, like, we have done bits so far. I mean, we bought an 85 rated goalkeeper that obviously took most of the money. We've made Mensah's deal a full-time one, 72 rated at 20 years of age. Still got a lot of time to grow. And Vish Dallinger, a 27-year-old, 6'3" as well. So he's very much like Samson Tavide, but it's good to have that depth. And Baldazzi, who's, I'd probably say I will probably give him a go at the start, but we'll see how he goes. Another player out, not Hawkins. It's not who I was on about, but okay. And then Thiago Quintal, someone I thought was going to be here for longer, but £7.3 million. He's been a good servant for the club, and he was very instrumental in the early seasons. And Charles McNeil is out as well. He's going to Hertha Berlin. £5.5 million for our former Black Up striker. Again, instrumental to the FA Cup success last season, but it's time to move on. Another one out the door, Tom Hamer. He is going to Norwich for £2 million. We are cleaning house right now, and I know it seems like we're just selling a lot of players we bought, but you got to remember, pretty much the whole team is what we bought. Manchester City have come up and they've paid his release clause. And there's literally nothing I could do. I mean, in the past, when anyone did this, you could literally go and offer him a new contract and it'd cancel this out. And what's annoying is we could have probably got a hell of a lot more from him. I'd say we'd be able to get like maybe 100 out of him. I mean, 84 is brilliant, but oh, for God's, that's our best player. I mean, he's going to City. There's no doubt about that. He's not going to return him down. But there's nothing I could do. This has just come out of nowhere as well. Nothing, like, he's not said as unhappy or anything, but what's he going to do when Man City come knocking? And that, don't get me wrong, 84 million. It's 84 million pure profit because we got him for free. But man, this hurts. Oh, okay. This could change things. I've just gone on to see if I could offer him a new contract, and he's actually open to a new contract. So what we could do, and this is the tough decision, because technically we could probably buy someone at his level for way less than what we're getting for him. this is one of them. Do we make the sacrifice and sell him, or do we keep him? Of course we want to keep him because he's been absolutely fantastic for us. But you think as well, do I give him a new contract, but do I then put him on the transfer list where I'd probably get more for him? Do you know what I'm going to do? Because no matter what, I don't want to lose him for £84 million. But actually, when I look at it, it's less than £20 million profit on his market value. I'm going to offer him a contract. Hopefully he accepts it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put him on the transfer list. If, for whatever reason, I'm going to just see what offers come up. If they're good offers, I'll consider them. One player who's definitely going is Zech Obiero, who just was such a bit part player last season. I think it's only fair to him to let him go because he's not getting much up more in overall. And I could honestly go and get someone a lot cheaper and get the money now for him. So Chris Clifford is gone, but trust me, about £1 million is gonna be nothing on this next transfer. Okay, this is something what really confuses me at the minute. So Oscar Niassi, he came to me last season basically saying he was homesick from Ghana. We only bought him in January, by the way, so I don't even know if I can sell him yet. I don't know. But basically, he's just come to me now and said he wants to pursue a new challenge. I don't feel aligned with the current direction of the footballers. What do you mean? We were in the Championship when you came to us, and we've won the FA Cup. We're in Europe, and we are in the Premier League. I am incredibly confused at what's going on. This one is that transfer we had to do. As I said, I sort of left it up to the footballing gods. 100 million. I don't know why it says the best possible deal was 130. It wasn't. I must have gone through negotiations with 2 or 3 teams. I was trying to get that for 130 to 120. No team was having it. I even went to 110 and they were walking out. And eventually thought, you think we managed to somehow scrape out another 60 million out of Newcastle than what we were going to get out of the Manchester City deal? We have just got 100 million out of pure profit. We signed Kimona 2 seasons ago as a free agent. And the amount he's given us, the amount of profit we've got out of that. But now we could go out and get a decent winger who can replace him, as well as money to go and upgrade other areas. And I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Kimona, but like Jovanovic, who is 76 overall, I think could do a job in his position as well. But definitely want to bring in someone to upgrade. Okay, we even got the here we go from Fabrizio. Is that big news? This is a club record sale as well. Kimona, obviously I appreciate him sort of helping us out because he signed the contract knowing what we were going to do, but he knew it'd help the football club. He did it in the best interest of us because he knew he'd get a transfer offer from elsewhere. This was the best thing for the club. This is one of them where instead of me selling 2 or 3 of my decent players what I really like, I am selling one of the ones I love in terms for the better of the career mode. Oh, I am so incredibly hyped for this. I actually can't believe we've managed to pull this off. We have got a future wonder kid. Or not even a future wonder kid. He is a bloody wonder kid right now. He is already doing the business in the Premier League. And we have just sold our right winger for 100 million and bought one who's actually an overall more for nearly half the price. Rock him a new home kit as well. Ryan, welcome to the club. Here he is, coming in from Bournemouth for £55.5 million. I think that's a new transfer record for us getting in. That, you just can't moan at that. We have just got that bang on. We've just sold our right midfielder, a right winger, Kimono, 83 rated for 100 million. And we have just got him in for 55. So we've still got money to play with. And I know exactly where I want to put it. Yep, Adam Gould's gone as well for 1.65. Hopefully that's enough to get a big transfer over the line for me. And here is that big transfer I was talking about. Noah Sadiki is coming in from Sunderland for £43 million on the dot. That Adam Gwilt transfer, what just happened, it just saved his deal. Because literally it was a few 100k off it. And 84 overall. He is going to come in and do a massive job in that midfield for me. Next to Mentor, I'd imagine. And you got to think, with that Kimona money, we've just bought an 84 and two 84 rated players in space of 183. To me, that was worth it. Here we go, the FA Community Shield. I don't remember the last time we played in one of these. We are up against Arsenal, obviously must be last year's champions in Premier League. So, just like real life, they are Premier League champions. I actually do really rate the home kit, I've got to say. Looking at teams, Arrest is in goal. Byfield is starting ahead in the SC in this one. Sadiki is next to Mentor in the field. And Ryan is starting off on the right. So we'll see young player Speak, who's come back off loan as well. He has made it onto the bench today. But a very decent back. Basically going out with my best starting 11. Obviously Byfield is starting ahead of the SC because he is looking to move away. But personally I don't think he's going to be able to, because I don't think the game will actually let him. So looking at this team, Kabasi in the back. Not too sure who that is next to Declan Rice. And a very familiar front four. No Odegaard in the starting 11. Ekatike is on their team. And they've got Luca Digne. Very interesting team. I've got to say, very interesting team from Arsenal. They've got someone called Hein in goal. So no Raya. I think he's gone to PSG actually. I suppose it's the only way you could actually win the Champions League, by going to the team won't beat him. But here we go, Ryan, who is making his Hawkeye debut here. What a place to do it, in Wembley Stadium, and I'm really interested to see what we can do in this Premier League season. But let's see if we can start it off with a piece of silverware. Oh, he's offside. Thank Lord. My God, why are we starting off so goddamn sloppy, and why is it so dark? I know it's shady, but goddamn. Oh my, he's offside again. Oh, we are so lucky at the minute. And Tavini. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant from Samson Tavini. He just left Kabasi and Saliba and Ross. Beautiful play by the number 9. And we lead again in the Community Shield at Wembley. For the second time, I say. First time in the Community Shield. Look at that, a couple of step overs. He just uses his strength so well against Saliba and smashes it past Hein. First proper chance, I'd say, and we've smashed it home. That's what you get when you take your chances. Come on, lads, brilliant stuff. He's going to play through to Tavini, and Jovanovic with a tap in. He's been on the pitch matter of seconds. And we've doubled our advantage over the Gunners. And the newly promoted team from the Championship could be taking on the Community Shield. Oh, guys, I am loving this. I mean, he just smashed that Samson to me. They should have really just placed it, but Ryan's proper first introduction, and he really set that up. That'll do. There we go. Job is a good one, and we are walking away with another piece of silverware from Wembley. Is this the first of many coming forward? Because we are now we're pretty much winning a trophy of the season now for the last 3 seasons, no matter what it is. And we are going to lift it. It's going to be Boris's first choice in lifting the Community Shield. He will be the lad leading these lads out in his first Premier League game in very, very short time. My God, what a start to his career, Mo. What a start to the episode as well. Really good stuff. Again, I think we've done everything by the book. We've done everything as perfectly stated as we could.
And the lads will rein us in. I said, some people call this a friendly cup. Who gives a damn? It counts as a trophy. A Community Shield Champions. That is ticked off the list. Another player gone is Janina as well. Got plenty of centre backs. Gonna let him go. But also Pablo Sanchez was slightly bigger one. £4.3 million. Someone who is one of my wingers, but I've got so many wingers, especially like young wingers coming through. And I needed a little bit of extra money, so I've brought him back off loan and I'm sending him out permanently. Do you know what? I am so shocked that this has even happened. Fikayo Tomori is coming in on loan. Oh my god, we have hit the jackpot. How have we got him on loan? We have just loaned in an 83 rated centre back. Who is like, he's not even worth that. I thought he was going to be worth like 40 million, but again, he's 30 years of age. I was literally just looking through like all the leagues and trying to find older defenders, 30 or above, and just try and loan someone in. Or I was gonna scout them, and like I had people like John Stones, Nathan Ake, players like that who were in the early 30s who were going to be quite cheap now. I was seriously considering going for Stones, like permanently, but then they wouldn't allow me to loan him, so I went to Fikayo. I was going to try and see if I could make some kind of deal, maybe with Niasi, but I don't need to because Fikayo Tomori is coming on loan. That is a sick loan, and not only that, like he is still so nice and well rounded. Like he is such a top level defender already. I am so stoked at that. We have just had an absolute steal there, guys, and he'll still grow for a little bit as well. Like he's not going to stop growing just yet. He's still got a little bit in him. Nothing interesting for us anyway. We did get 2 offers right at the end. For a young player I've been trying to sell, I've probably accepted about 10 million offers for him. And Bozdogger, who I'm not really interested in selling just yet. So anyway, in a minute, this is where we're going to end it. So we have played the first 3 games of the league and we've won 1, lost 1, drew 1. We've looked pretty good in all of them, to be honest. I mean, the Leeds game especially, we were unlucky because we really dominated them in that game and we had a really poor end. Very, very similar to the Brentford game. So I think I'm feeling pretty good about it. We've got Man City coming up next, what's going to be a really, really big test. I think the team's still got a long way to go because, as I said, I think we're a bit ahead of what we're meant to be, but we've still got some really cracking players in there. Definitely some players who need to like get caught up with overall, especially like Boris, who needs to. But again, he's still 19. He's still a very good young player. I think he's just going to get better as he goes. Obviously, Mensah needs to start picking up with his overall a lot before we need to start considering maybe upgrading that position. Lloyd as well, as good as he is, he needs to get into the higher 70s really, coming up. But apart from that, everyone else, I said Kokopos had a poor game against Brentford, but he's overall pretty good. Everyone else is pretty good. Cardoso is pretty good, but again, he's 19 years of age. He's just going to get better. There's really pretty much the whole starting 11, realistically, bar from maybe Mensah and Boris, are absolutely fine right now overall wise. Them two are probably the players who need to start getting a bit of a shift on before I'm sort of forced to upgrade them, or at least drop them down and get someone in to replace them. But anyway, we've got plenty of players like Jovanovic, who I'm very much considering maybe starting for a few games and giving him a go, because he's obviously higher rated than Lloyd. Dallinger as well, but again, Tavida's been playing well. Badanzi, I've not seen too much of him, but we'll definitely see more of him in Europa League and all that stuff. So just a quick look as well where we are in the table. 21 games into the season now. We are in a really, really good position. We are on 34 points, so I'm just going to say it now. I think we're safe. We're well above the relegation zone. Relegation's not even going to come into our foresight right now. And realistically, we're closer to the title than we are relegation, I think. But maybe not, because Man City are actually running. I mean, my God.
I tell you what, winning the Premier League in their career mode these days is just going to be so hard. I mean, look about Manchester City have only lost one game out of 21 and drew 3 of them and won 17. Alright, just out of comparison, we've only won 10 of our games, we've lost 7. So we've lost 6 more games and won. It's like, we still got to, like, that's the difference, and it's going to be so difficult, because especially with how sporadic the simulations can be, this is what's going to make it harder. So the first big domino has fallen. Lazar Jovanovic has gone to Fenerbahce for £17 million. You know what? We've made some really good profit on him. And we've only had him about a year and a half or so. I think we bought him when we were back in the Championship. So I gotta say, he's had some good moments, but he just hasn't lived up to the billing of what I thought he was going to be. I honestly thought he and Lloyd were going to push each other so hard. In the end, when you've got one player who is lower rated and it is so easy to choose them over that player, there's something not right. And I just don't think he's right for us. And I think it's the first time I'd say it's time to move on from him. And by the way, now that we have sold him, we have up to about 29 million. Obviously, we got that little bit of injection of cash from the community. So we could generally make a really decent signing. See, this transfer has just come over my desk, and the issue is I don't want to sell Page. I really don't. I mean, I don't even. What is he actually worth? Is that an insult, that offer? I'm not too sure. So he's worth 40 million. I think that's a little bit low for what I'd want for him anyway. It says we could only get about 60 million, but even then I'd say I'd want a little bit more maybe. Right, 53 million. I'd say I'd want was about 70 million, because then, you know, the cost of replacing him. But the fact is, he's 20 years of age and he's 82 overall already. And the fact is, we've already sold one star player in Carmona. I don't want to fall in the trap of just selling players just to make a quick fix. Lewis Page, who's been a very decent player for us, I'm going to keep him. And I have managed to get the deal over. It took longer than expected, but Johan Manzambi is coming in from Freiburg. The Swiss centre midfielder is going to come in 83 overall. I am really happy with that. Really good deal as well. Like 9 million under his market value. He's 23 years of age, so he's got a hell of a lot of growing. He's 10 overalls increase on Mensa. No intention to sell Mensa, by the way. He's just going to be growing and he'll be on the bench. So Manzambi is just we've had the opportunity to. We've upgraded him. One player I'm selling is Thomas Day, going to Cologne for 5 million. He's one of my wingers who has come back off loan. He's 20 years of age, 73 overall, but he's not got the best potential in the world. So just to get a bit of funds for youth academy and all that, I'm going to sell him. I'm honestly just going to skip deadline day because there's nothing I want to do. I've done the bit of business I wanted to do, and I think it's a good bit of business what we've done. So one final thing, let's have a quick look at the Premier League table, see where we're up to. So we are sitting 8th place. We're about 5 points out of the top 5. So really, as long as I'm going to say, if we can finish top 10, I'm happy with that. The obvious thing is, because we're in Europa League, I'd love to stay in European football now going forward. But that all depends on, one, if we can somehow win Europa League. Obviously, we'll go into Champions League. But even if we can finish in the top, I think it's top 7, and you get at least Conference League. So if we can, I mean, we should be able to look here actually. Oh, so it's top 6. Okay. I don't know why I thought. I mean, I suppose like if you win Europa FA Cup and all that, you get there's extra spots there. But yeah. To top 4. To be fair, we're not massively too far from top 4. I mean, we're like 8 points, but I doubt we're going to get top 4. We're much closer to United and Arsenal. But again, if we can sort of get into that top 6, that'd be brilliant, because then we have guaranteed European football. But we'll have to wait and see. I think the business we've done with Mozambique, I think that is a brilliant, and I think the team looks so much better for it. Especially next to Sadiki, I think these two are going to make a good pair. And against Porto, they both did a pretty good job. We just couldn't quite get on the ball enough for my liking. But against a team like that, they were just passing around us. We just had to wait for our opportunities.
But I think we've got a good squad going into it. Niassi is still here. I don't really know what's going on with him. I don't know whether to really try and play him a little bit and try and get him happy, but there's some kind of weird glitch going on because he says he wants to leave, but then I'm not getting any transfer offers for him. So I don't really know what's happening. I've tried to player swap him with some players, but I don't know, and he's probably got a few years left of his deal, so I don't want to waste him. I might as well just play him if I need to, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. But anyway, thank you. Okay, let's get out of the simulation a little bit sooner than I was expecting. But that's because I've got some exciting news. So let me quickly just throw you into the Premier League. This is where we're sitting. 37 games in. We are 7th place, guys. In our first season in the Premier League, we are 7th place. And I've done a mixture of playing, and nothing's changed apart from I'm just not showing you all the matches pretty much. And it's just a longer format. But the fact is, we have got to a really good spot. I've got to say as well, a lot of the losses have been recent because we've focused a lot more on Europa League. And it might not matter what really happens in the Premier League if we win our next game. And what I mean by that is, obviously we won the FA Cup last season and we were in Europa League. And guess what our next game is? We have made it to the Europa League final and we are playing Porto. This is a season-defining match, a series-defining match, because if we can get into the Champions League within 5 seasons, that is an achievement in itself. And we are continuing this rise of how quickly could we actually complete this like rebuild and like this road to glory. That's what I'm questioning now. Is like, how quickly could we do it? That's my big question right now. Obviously, there's not just a Champions League we want to do. In this Hawkeye FC movie, I want to win everything at least once. Obviously, if I miss out on like the Carabao Cup, I really don't care about that. But like the big ones, the Premier League and the Champions League, they are the big ones. Champions League especially. Premier League has proven a bit more difficult in FC 26, but we'll see. But I'm not going to waste any time. This all defines this season. Can we do the impossible and beat Porto? So here we go. Up against one of Portugal's best ever teams in Porto. And we are playing at Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam for this trophy. And not only a trophy, but a chance to go straight into the Champions League next season. Look who they beat to get here as well. They beat Ajax to come and play the final at the Ajax Stadium as well. That's insane. I'm really interested to see what we could do in this game. There you go, let's have a quick look at this team. Let's see if we can recognise anyone. Sames I recognise, Vega, Varela, Bednarek's still in there. Definitely not, there's like a few players missing who I've not ever seen before. But still, cannot underestimate this Porto team. Again, we are still very early in our development. We've got no Samu though. So he must have moved on. Obviously we're not in the intimidating Porto arena. There we go. Restes is in goal. Michael Burris, who is our captain this season. Tomori and Kogorpos and Paros is about 4. Sadiki and Manzambi as midfielders. Page is number 10.
Lloyd and Ryan as wingers, and the number 9, Samson Tavide. And we are seconds away from kicking off in this Europa League final, the biggest game of the career mode this far. And we're going to kick off with Samson Tavide. We attack first. Can we do the impossible here? The Vorpos is brilliant. Now Ryan. He's been played through here by Tavide. And now Ryan! Saved by Fernandez. Tight angle. He was getting closed down. I think he's going to take this one. Pagalopos is there! Is that saved? It was. Ryan's going to take it on the other side. And now Pagalopos is there again! Couldn't get anything on this one though. Now Manzambi. Oh, on the angle. He somehow got the shot off. Ryan's going to swoop this one in the end. It's Kagalopos again. And now Manzambi's played through Ryan. And now Ryan inside. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, how? How? Can Lloyd get to this? Oh, is that gone for a penalty? Oh my God, it has! It was the foul on Lloyd. It was a foul. He went right through him as well. Question is he the best one to take this? It looks like it. I'm gonna go left. It is gonna go in! It is not the best of penalties! Not enough power! But Ryan scores from the spot! And we lead late on in the Europa League final! Less than 20 minutes to go! Oh, come on! Not enough power. I don't know why I put so... Especially when he's a decent penalty taker, he should have put a bit more on it. The goalkeeper was just watching that. He could have really caught that. But come on. I was tempted to put Tavide on it, but no. Come on. Big up on Lloyd winning that penalty too. And what a way to win it. Oh! It's not what I wanted, but it'll work. Tamori, if that's your last thing you'll ever do. That'll do! And now will do! And Hawkeye FC are Europa League champions! Oh, we've done it! We might have done it the hard way. It was by a penalty. I mean, I don't remember the last time we won a penalty. I don't remember the last penalty I had. It's very, very rare in this game, what's annoying. But, my God, what a time to get one. I'd say on the basis we deserved that. We had the better chances, we were the better team. Porter definitely provided that threat. But, my God, I think we are defining odds right now. We are going out and beating teams we shouldn't. And that means we are playing Champions League football next season, guys. That is spectacular. I can't wait to get into next season. What I'll do as soon as this is over, we'll very, very quickly move into the end of season, all results, what we've done this season. But Boris, who's been with us since season 1, lifts his first piece of European silverware, who again, he had a brilliant game today. Still one of the lowest rated players in the team, but he still outperforms some players. It's really unreal. But we are, for one last time, going to lift the European trophy. Not the one we want to finish with, but it's a really big step in the right direction. But without further ado, one last celebration. Let's get into the final season results. As one final time, let's quickly go through what we've done this season. So we did, in our first season, finish 7th place. Still 7th place, even though we lost on the final day to Arsenal 2-0. Well, I'll be honest, I didn't care about playing because what was the point? There was no... Even if we won, we'd have got in Europa League and Conference League, but we've already secured Champions League football. Really doesn't matter. Just if you're wondering, the team winning the Premier League was Man City. They are still the team to beat. I mean, to be fair, they drew a lot of games. So, Fulham, Sheffield, and Burnley got relegated. The FA Community Shield, we won at the start of the season. Obviously, I would have shown you a little bit of footage of that. I might have even shown you the highlights of it, depending. I think all the cup finals and stuff I'll show you, but the FA Cup, we didn't get to the final of. Liverpool won that. The Carabao Cup was won by Newcastle. Again, probably at some point I will be taking it a bit more seriously, and we will hopefully get to a Carabao Cup final at some point. But just doing well in the Premier League, and also giving a good smash at the Europa League. I mean, we're sort of like a year ahead of what I wanted us to be, really. And obviously, Europa League was won by us. Champions League hasn't been played yet. And just like that, with time travelled, it's Paris Saint-Germain who beat Barcelona 3-1 to win the Champions League. The Super Cup was actually won by Leverkusen versus Barcelona. So Barca tried to go back-to-back in for European. Tell you what, we're in the Super Cup next season as well, because we won Europa League. That's going to be interesting. We actually get a good crack at that as well. And the Conference League was won by Girona against Molde. So just quickly, I want to quickly show you the stats of the season. Because there's so many seasons jammed into one, I really don't want to take too long on each season. So our top goal scorer was Ryan with 22 goals. He got 10 assists as well. That is 32 goals and assists in his first season. Remember, he took over from Cardoso, who we got Ryan on a cut deal. Like, really good deal. The other player, Lloyd, 20 goals and 7 assists. 27 goals and assists for a winger is really good. Samson Tavide, 19 goals and 14 assists. This guy just does not give up. He just keeps on going. He got 12 goals and 11 assists in the Premier League. Yeah, maybe you want a couple more goals in the Premier League from your main striker, but he's not really had anyone else. Dallinger's not really been that player who's pushed him, I'll be honest, but Dallinger, I'm sort of, unless I get an offer for him, I'm not looking to actively sell him, but we'll wait and see. Page had a good season, 11 goals and 8 assists. Sadiki got 10 goals and 7 assists, really good season from him. Waller, who's out on loan actually, but he's had a good season. I'll be looking to maybe keep him around next season. Dallinger got 6 goals and 1 assist, but to be honest, he barely played. Most of his, pretty much all his goals, bar from one in the FA Cup, was in the Europa League. He only got played 9 games in the Premier League, and that was probably coming off the bench. Nathan Rees got 3 goals, 3 assists. He is someone I might look to go out on loan next season, because I think he is getting hurt by the lack of game time. Baldanzi, I think he has not been good enough this season. I don't think I'm going to sell him or anything, but I think he has not been good enough. Yes, that is it for that season, and without further ado, what's this, season number 4 of this one. So let's get into season number 5. Okay, season 5 here, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting really deep into the career mode now. And obviously, well, to be honest, we're not. We're 5 seasons in, and we already are in the Premier League, 2nd season in the Premier League, and in the Champions League. What has disappointed me, this is something, we won the Europa League, and we did well in the Premier League, but we've only been given £32 million. What's really disappointed. I'm going to show you quickly who I put on the transfer list, and I'll show you what the team's looking like now, and then basically what I'm going to do is show you all the transfers, and that's pretty much it. And then we're basically going to simulate, and basically I'm going to simulate for you guys, and we'll be back in January to show you how we've done. Let me quickly just go through who we've got on the transfer list, and we have a couple what I didn't want to sell, but they've actually actively forced my hand. So Niasse is on the transfer list, but I'm not even getting any offers for him, so I don't even know what's going to happen with him. What's frustrating, he's worth quite a bit now because he's gone up in a couple of overalls. And the fact is, he's a good overall where I'd actually like to use him, but he's really unhappy and he wants to leave, but I've got no offers for him. And there's nothing much I can do. Danga and Baldanzi, who I both got on free transfers last season, I'll admit, haven't worked out as good. Danga did alright in Europa League, but Baldanzi, I'll be honest, I don't think he had one really good moment for me. I can't really think of any. But both of them have come to me and asked for transfers away from the club because they both got very limited time. Overall wise, they should be getting more time, especially Danga over Tavide, but Tavide, you saw the numbers he was putting up. So these two are leaving, and not only that, these two are not playing, and they're worth over £20 million each. I think this, for the first time in 5 seasons, I'm willing to take the hit on us selling someone a bit sooner than I'd like. UN Bird wants to leave too due to not getting enough game time, and also we have got Bruno who's just come back off loan. He's actually higher rated, so he'll become our second choice keeper. So I am willing to do this. It is sad because UN Bird has been with us for a very long time, but we'll say goodbye to him. But I've got plenty of midfielders, same with Perez with wingers. These are a lot of young players who we've got half decent potential, but I've got so many young players in their positions. It is unreal. And I've got loads trying to get loaned away. And he is back. We have brought back Fikayo Tomori from Milan for £20 million. I let his loan expire simply because I was going to test the waters and see if we could loan him back in. What would have been brilliant. But we have got him on a cut price, £20 million when he's worth 25. He is an 84 rated centre back. Centre backs. First player is near ball out for £1.8 million. UN Bird is out as well for 2.05. Basically 2 million on dot. Tommaso Baldanzi is going to Palace for £36.2 million. Remember, we bought this guy for free. So even though we probably could have got more, this is pure profit. All we had to do is pay his wages for a year. And the other player, Vish Zallinger, is going out to Brighton for 33.6. Again, we have just made £70 million of near enough pure profit. All we've had to do is pay their wages. And Reynolds is out for £2.3 million to Portsmouth. So now, selling them players, and even after we've bought Tomori, we have left with £75 million. That's more like it. The fact is, Dallinger and Baldanzi won't really play that much, and free agents, they are just a free throw it out the wall. If it sticks, it sticks, but it just didn't in this case. The small deal, William Lemos is going to Al Ettifaq for 470k. Sorry, I just needed to stop this for a minute. Look at this. Ruben Bull, who I've just put out on loan, literally less than a week ago. He has gone up by 9 overall. He's gone from 63 to... Sorry, no, 64 overall to 73. How? How? Look at his bloody playstyles as well. My god, this guy's got a future. Okay, so this transfer might seem really, really weird, and you're probably wondering why the hell I made it. So let me just quickly explain it. Obviously, we've just bought in Kamaldeen Soleimani. If you remember him, he was at Southampton for a while. He's now at Atalanta. It's 76 overall. Obviously, not fantastic, but what he is, and I'll actually quickly look at his stats. So, his overall is not great, but if you look, he's quick as anything. He's got great agility, great balance, decent ball control. He's got an okay cross, decent enough dribbling, and okay finishing. He's basically got all the attributes to be a really decent player on the attack. I personally think for a player who can play 4 positions, not only that, he's a Ghanaian player. And I'm hoping me bringing him in might solve my Niasse issue as well. Because when he was first unhappy, it did say try and bring in a Ghanaian player to sort of help him be acquainted to the culture over here. It might help him having a friend sort of thing.
I couldn't at the time because I didn't have enough money to go out and get someone else. Now I thought this is an affordable way of doing it. So we're going to be taking a quick break off transfers right now because we have got the Super Cup against PSG. This will be probably the last game I'll show you now up until we get probably to the first game in the Champions League. And we'll sort of see where we are at that point. But I am honestly taking my time with transfers at the minute just because I want to make the right decisions because we've only got a certain amount of money. And it's really hard to figure out what positions I need to improve upon first and what needs to be the priority. Because, to be honest, our team doesn't look too much different. I mean, there's only a couple of other players coming in right now. By the way, sporting our third lime green kit. I am a sucker for a lime green kit in FIFA. The rest of the start, Lloyd and Ryan and wingers. And Robson is making his debut. I don't know if he's actually played a little bit last season. Right? He might have played no game before he went out on loan, but this is his first European game for us, and this is a big moment for him because this is a big chance for him to show everyone what he has got. And if he's got what it takes, I mean, he's only one overall away from being the same overall as Tavide. So Luis Enrique is still at PSG all these years later. Obviously, PSG are a team we are chasing to beat in the Champions League, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here, and we'll have a good indication of how far we are away from them. And look at that, Robson, big moment for Robson! One of our own, Jason Robson, scores in the Super Cup. Oh, you love to see it. It's a great work, and we've actually been the better team at the start of the Super Cup. And Robson, oh, I really like the look of him. His movement, his touch, been very good for the opening 14 minutes. Obviously, still a long way to go, but that settled a lot of his nerves. Lloyd. He is really taking the game, and that is not a good challenge. I'm not too sure who was the culprit there, but my God, he did not want to let Lloyd go. And it was, I think... Oh, it's a red card! It's for Tinia! It's a red card! It's all happened in this opening 20 minutes. I mean, it is a slide from behind. It's deliberate. It's from behind. It's a dangerous challenge. Was it more of a yellow card offence? I think so, but you know what? We'll still take it all the same. Oh, Cavasco, he just used a bit of wizardry there to get past Mercado, so he knows that we've been speaking about possibly getting a new left back in, and that is not bad at all. And Robson over to Ryan! Ryan! We are taking PSG to school here. Unreal stuff. Robson with an assist now. Oh, this is getting better and better. Really, really good. That and good. You have to a little juggle with the ball to get it at a position where you can volley it in. And Gilbert just has no chance with that one. Ryan will not miss an opportunity like that. And we look like we are going towards our first ever Super Cup win. What? Oh, that is very fortunate, the way that just ended up for Julian Alvarez. It's a good finish, but my God. We couldn't quite get the ball off Kvaratskhelia. We just tried to get it away. It's a frustrating way to concede. Come on! They had a bit of fight back in that second half, PSG, and we did enough. The fact is, we did step off it compared to our first half performance. That second half was not as good, but who cares? We have won the Super Cup. We have beaten PSG 2-1. Very happy with that. Oh, Boris with another piece of European silverware. Will he be the one lifting the Champions League trophy in the near future? But here we go. Obviously, this is going to be it now. Going to go straight back into the transfers, and we'll get straight on with this season. So we have got our new left back, and it is Destiny Udogie. He's coming in from Brentford, £35 million. I think this is a cracking signing, by the way. 83 overalls. I don't know why he's comparing to a right back. He's not a right back, but 83 overall, a 26-year-old. I think we've done bits here. I was actually looking at people like Alphonso Davies, Nathaniel Brown, but they were just proven to be so awkward to negotiate, and we were asking for like 70 to 80 million. We managed to get to under half the price, who really can get up to that level very easily. And again, this is going to be one of them deals where you're wondering why I'm doing it. And we brought in Ruben Vargas, who is 78 overall. He is 31, so he is in the latter years of his career, but he's still got plenty of pace. He's a decent shooter. He's basically a really decent all-round player. Probably could have gone a little bit cheaper, to be honest, but I couldn't do a full scouting, so I wasn't too sure of his value. But the reason I've got him is because I've sent Reece out on loan, and he is going to be the player for now. So he's going to be a player who I didn't want to go out and get a player who was better overall than Lloyd, because I want someone who's sort of just under him and who can come in very easily. And I think I came across Vargas. I also thought it might help with Manzemba, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think this might be a really good one. I've never signed him before as well. I'm trying to make first in this career mode where I'm signing players I don't usually sign. Even if they're older, we'll just swap them out in a couple of years if they start going down in overall. But also, we've got tons of young players. Keep on getting better. We have sold, after getting Udogie, we sold Lucas Shetton. Time for him to move on. We did need that extra little bit of money. And a little bit of extra money has gone to Geniuel Belocian, coming in from Leverkusen, centre back, 24 years of age. This is what the team looks like now after this summer transfer window. So after bringing in the big transfer was probably Udogie at the left back position, bringing in Belocian centre back, brought in Sulman as a backup attacking midfielder, same with Vargas. We've got some nice new players to use, and we've kept people like Manzambi even though he's asked to leave. Hopefully he does start getting happier eventually. Definitely want to see what we're gonna, but this team, like, apart from Boris, who will obviously take a bit longer to get to the 80 overall, Tavide and Lloyd are nearly 80 overall, so we've nearly got a full 80 rated minimum squad, what is amazing, to be honest. But this team is strong, and I honestly think it could do a job in the Premier League and the Champions League, and maybe even have a little bit of a cup run somewhere. So I am really interested. I think the thing we've done really well is we've really increased the depth, and we've got loads of young players out on loan. If we need a couple of extra players, we've got it. We can do that. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. What we'll do is I'm going to show you the first Champions League game in the series, because that's a good moment, and then after that we'll get straight into January transfer window, and I'll sort of show you where we're up to. So I get to show you what the team is now. Okay, so we are on the 1st of January in the Hawkeye FC Critical Career Mode. So let's just go in, and we are sitting 6th place. We are only 2 points out of the top 4, but also we're only 4 points behind Manchester City, who, so whether we can mount a little bit of a charge, I don't know, but we'll see.
So we are currently 6th place. We are doing all right. Really are doing all right. We're obviously PSG are absolutely rocking it. We have won 3 out of our 6 games, drawn 2 of them, and lost 1 of them. We are not in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. We lost on penalties to Crystal Palace early on in the season. The one thing I have been thinking about, and you'll understand this when I show you the stats, is I've been thinking about possibly changing up the formation, and I've been thinking about who I could possibly change around. And the main thing I've been thinking about is possibly going to an old-fashioned 4-4-2 or 4-2-2-2 or 4-2-2-2. Basically, 4 at the back, 2 midfield, wingers, and 2 strikers. Simple because I know that probably sounds nuts because one of our joint highest rated player in Page is 87 rated, and there shouldn't really be a reason why I want to sell him. But obviously, in game and even out of game, I don't think he has as much impact as his overall entails. I don't keep people just on overall or anything like that. Even if they're 90 rated, if they're not infecting the game for me, eventually I'm going to lose my patience. And earlier on in the series, it was the same issues. He was the highest rated player, so I stuck him around, and also it wasn't really financially gaining for us to sell him at that point. But now he's at 87 overall. I don't want to say he's waste of a position, because he isn't. He does do the odd good thing, and he does have his good qualities. But I honestly, I think we could do better with someone else taking that spot. And this is why it really came into my mind, because Page is actually the highest valued man in the squad, and this wasn't always the case. Even though he was one of the higher rated players, he just didn't have the value. But Page, as much as it pains me, I'm just thinking I'm going to put him on the transfer list, and I know it's so. I had the same feeling with Carmona, and that worked out really well because we went out and got Ryan, we went out and got Sadiki. It all worked out.
So our first sale is someone I didn't actually want to sell. Is George Brunner, who's actually our backup goalkeeper. I don't know when it happened, but it was a £50 million release clause in his contract, and he's worth 9 million, so really 50 million is a coup for him, and he's only like 20 at 77 overall. So I think I'm definitely going to have to go out and get a backup goalkeeper. And finally, Oscar Nasai is actually out the door. After like 2 years, he basically wanted to leave like 6 months after he got here. We've sold him for £22 million, which is actually pretty decent, because I think we only bought him for like 5 million or something like that. It wasn't a lot. And I've got a thing, I really don't like it when players are unhappy and want to leave. In fact, I've always got a thing of, if we want to leave, they can go. I just try to stick it out as long as possible, but then literally this has been the first offer I've had in about 2 seasons we've had it. That's how long it's took. So we finally sold him. And that tough transfer has happened. 150 million we have managed to get out of Manchester United. Apparently I'll get a B for that. Apparently get 170. I just don't think we could have. I mean, my assistant was literally telling me probably our max was 155, so I thought, so we don't walk out of the room, I went for 150 and accepted it pretty much straight away, so maybe I could have got more. But this, for a player we bought for about, I think we bought him for about £1.5 million, maybe 2 million at most, and we have just sold him for 150 million, and he was still on 8k a week. It's not like we've been bumping his wage up and paying him a lot more, we really haven't. I think he's probably had maybe 1 or 2 contract extensions in that time. In like the 4 years we've had him. Well, was it 5th, 6th year we've had him now? So, because we got him in season 1. It was very early on. So, we do say goodbye to one of the long haul players. But it is for a good cause, because we are going to change up the system slightly. Hopefully it works out. Just to show you now that obviously we've sold them 2 players, well 3 players, sorry. Bit annoyed about they didn't give us a bit more of the transfer budget, but obviously we take a chunk of it out.
So we have £164 million to work with. And honestly, we don't need to go out and get 90 rated signings. I'd honestly rather do what we did with the Carmona money when we got about 100 odd million for him. I'd much rather go out and get like a 85, maybe 86 rated central attacking midfielder. Not a central attacking midfielder, a striker, sorry. And maybe go and upgrade, maybe like get a new centre back in, or maybe go in for that midfielder. And we have indeed got our new striker, £70 million for Hugo Ekitike, who is in his prime. He's only 27, he's still got the ability to get higher rated as well. I think this is such a great deal for Hawkeye FC. This, I think, is going to be such a massive game changer, because we've actually paid less to get a player who's a higher rated than the player we're replacing, and we've still got plenty of money to go out and making it another addition. Oh, we are cooking on gas here, fellas. Kobe Mainu is coming to the club. 50 million. He's worth about 47, and he's 85 overall. He's at Barcelona. This is not the end, by the way. There's one more deal I'm trying to get done, and we have done that madness. Joel Adonis. 1 second. Joel Adonis is joining us from Barcelona as well. We have raided Barcelona for our sort of bench players / rotation players. We have bought him for 31 million plus Bento Cardoso, who obviously has become second choice to a doggy. We do need to go out and get a backup left back, but it was worth it to get this deal over the line. So let's just quickly recap what has actually just happened, because we have just changed the whole landscape of what this career mode looks like now. So we have managed to do some absolutely crazy business. Let's just so we can see the transfer properly. So we've signed 3 players in this transfer window. We sold our biggest player. We bought Page for about, it was less than 5 million. I can't remember exactly how much, but we have sold him for 150 million simply because it wasn't really because I didn't like him. It was or didn't want him in the club. I felt I wanted to change up the formation to a 4-4-2 or 4-2-4, however you want to look at it. And I wanted to take out the cam, because I seem to always use cam careers. I kind of wanted to switch up a little bit, and the 4-3-3 is always a very, very safe formation to use. So we sold Lewis Page. We managed to get 150 million. That is stupid amount of profit on him. And we went out and bought in a brand new centre forward, a world class striker, by the way. Still has room to grow as well, in Hugo Ekitike, someone I don't think I've ever signed in a career mode. I am really excited by that. And then with the extra money, we managed to go out and get Kobe Mainu from Barcelona, who was not getting enough game time at Barcelona. Obviously, had Pedri, Gavi, a lot of players ahead of him. But 85 overall, he wants to come back to the Premier League and prove himself. And obviously with Manzambi, not too sure if he's going to stay or not. He's gone to the bench. And then I had a little bit more money left over, and I thought the only position I really want to improve upon is the centre back. And I saw in the Barcelona ranks Joel Ordonez, the Colombian. Is it Colombian or Ecuadorian? I can't quite. Oh, it's Ecuador. Sorry. The Ecuadorian The Ecuadorian centre-back, who I've been looking at in a couple of career modes. I think I looked at him in the old athletic career mode, and I've been following him in this one. He's someone I've really wanted to use. He's 25 years of age, 84 overall. He's got so much room to grow. I think he's going to be the great upgrade we really needed in that central of defence. Okay, so a transfer what's not going to be blowing everyone's mind is Harrison Burrows. Well, to be honest, if it was like 4 or 5 seasons ago, this would actually turn out to be a really great bit of business, because Harrison Burrows is one of the best left backs in the championship at the minute, and especially for like Sheffield, like he was someone who's you just imagine would go up and up and up. He was great for Peterborough, he was great for Sheffield. 77 overall, he's 28 years of age. Is he going to break through to the first team? Most likely not. But what he's going to do is going to provide good backup for a doggy going forward. He's 28, he's still got a little bit of room to grow. If we can get him to about that 80 rating, that's like a perfect rating for a backup fullback. It really, really is. And it's not cost us a lot at all. Okay, so that is the transfer window all done and dusted, and right at the end of it we're getting offer for Lloyd. We have had a few, but look at that, he's only 81 overall, but we're getting offers like 60 and we can't get up to 80. If there's really anyone I'd say is untouchable in this squad, it's him. He is a homegrown talent, he is someone I want to keep. He is our Gareth Bale, he is someone I want to keep hold of, he is someone I want to build this team around. So one final time, just before we basically skip ahead towards the end of the season, obviously I'll bring you in if we get towards like Champions League later stages and stuff like that, and I'll show you where we're up to just before we go, so you know where we are in the league, up to date with all the competitions. So this is what the team is looking like. It is looking very, very strong with the additions of Mainu, Ekatike, Adonez. Obviously brought Burrows in as a backup fullback as well. It was actually the same overall as Cardoso, and he saved us a lot of money with Adonez. So I have played a couple of games with these guys, and it's actually felt pretty good. So I'm actually quite liking the new formation. So let me know in the comments. Was this a good move? But I suppose by the end of the video you'll know if we managed to get to a Champions League final with it. So still a long way to go. We're in the I'll show you where we are with the Champions League. So quickly, let me just show you the league. So we are actually generally in the title race. We are 5 points behind Manchester City, and we've actually got City next. They got we're 7 points behind Manchester City. So we are still in the title race. We've got Everton, and Man United and Man City both play each other. So honestly, I'd actually rather Man United get the result here, because then it closes the gap between us and City. And I think I've still got to play both Man United and City this season yet anyway. So it's still 7 points isn't a lot. If Man City drop a couple of points and we can go on a bit of a run, is it likely? Probably not, but we're going to have a good crack at it. I would love to win the Premier League, it'd be amazing. But we'll wait and see. The Champions League, we are not in the playoffs because we finished 8th place, bang on 8th place. I'm quite happy about that. I'm actually quite, and you know what as well, it's funny, is Bayern Munich were ahead of us and we beat them second to last game of the league phase. So us beating them has actually put them into the playoff round, who they are playing Lille, so very possible they could get knocked out. I'm glad that I don't need to play the playoff round, because it's just an extra 2 games I don't need, and also it's another chance for us to get beaten but put out of the competition, what we don't want to do. So anyway, so that is what the team's looking like, that is what the competition's looking like. So we're going into this season with a lot of hope. Can we win a trophy? Can we go deep into the competitions? We'll wait and see. So let's go check it out. Let's fast forward to later on in the season. Right, we're back in it, guys, and I have actually brought you guys back before the end of the season because we are on the brink of doing something absolutely fantastic. So let's just quickly, we are in a semi-final and we are currently of the Champions League. So remember, the main objective of this career mode was to win the Champions League. We wanted to bring Hawkeye FC from League 2 to the Champions League and to win the Champions League. That is the main focus. Everything else is a massive bonus. And we are doing really well with everything else. But I'll show you that towards the end of the season. But I kind of want to show you this because Juventus, we had 2-0 up from the first leg. I played the first leg. So what I generally do, I always play one and simulate one. I played the first leg simply because in the last 2 rounds, I've simulated the first leg and we've lost 2-1, and thankfully I managed to come back. I thought it'd be a bit harder with Juventus, so I played the first leg and got a 2-goal lead. But now, let's hope, as long as we don't lose by 2 goals, we are through to a final. And we are! Oh my god, I absolutely shat myself then. I thought we screwed that up, and we actually did. We allowed them to get 2 goals. Ryan scored in the 114th minute to send us to a Champions League final. Just to put it into context, we won 3 seasons ago. We won the FA Cup. What got us in when we were in the Championship? We won the FA Cup. We beat Chelsea at Wembley. We went then the next season and actually finished in the top 4 of the Premier League last season, and we won the Europa League. And to get into the Champions League both ways, and the first season in the Champions League, we have made it to the final. And by the way, I have not played every single game. If I played it exactly how I usually play it in episode form. I usually play about 3 games and then I'll simulate 3 games. So you'll see it by when I show you the Premier League. Like, I've not played every single game, so win everything. I haven't done that. I've done it in the fairest way possible. The only difference is, obviously, the other rebuild videos I'm going to be doing, I've done the United rebuild, got other rebuilds coming up. I don't play any other games other than the Champions League final. This one means more. This one, I want to actually play with these players. I want to go through the motions. I want to go through the seasons. This is a longer form, and this is a lot of work for one video. But trust me, it's coming off. Being able to see this team and play with this team in League 2 and then work them all the way up. I mean, you look at people like Samson Tavide, who's been here since day 1. Lloyd, who's been here since like season 2, season 3. I think it was actually season 2 we got him as a youngster, and he took over on that left hand side, and he's pretty much been there ever since. One of the best players of the team now. That's how good it is. But we are through to a final, ladies and gents, and this has been a long road, but this might be getting towards the end. Here we go. From League 2, an unknown team started out with absolutely nothing to their name, and within, what's this, like, is it sixth season this? I've actually lost count, but it actually hasn't took us that long at all to get to us for this stage. It has actually been unreal. Yeah, it has. It's been a 5-year career mode. It's took us 5 years to get from the foot of League 2 all the way to the Champions League final. But I've never done it this fast before. Team looking pretty. Right, Elise's in there. We got Mizwede. We got Gonzalo Ramos in there. Got some very recognisable names in there. We have beaten Bayern Munich though this season. We beat them in the league phase, and we are facing up against again and again. We've got Marquinhos in there, which is an interesting one. He's got to be getting on a little bit now. We're wearing our very famous black and gold kit, looking to win the Champions League the first time in this career mode. And we're looking at a team for this Champions League final. Guilherme Restes is in goal. Captain Boris and Nodoghi are the fullbacks. We've got Donez and Tomori the centre backs. We've got Sadiq and Mainu in the middle with Ryan and Lloyd either side of them. Tavide and Ekatike are leading the line. A massive moment for these players. None more for Michael Burris, who came in the second episode, and he's been here since the first month of this career mode. How can he do it here? And Samson Tavida the same. He's been here since the start. These guys know what it means to win and know what it means to be here. Good, really great strength from Mainu there. That is brilliant from Samson. I don't know what he was doing, but he's took it, and now Ryan! Hawkeye FC have taken the lead. Hawkeye FC have started better. Hawkeye FC have been the better team in its first few minutes. Apologies, the mic was being a bit weird, so I just have to adjust. So sorry for any weird off-putting sounds. But Ryan slams it home. Moments before, it was Samson Tavide who played that ball through, and he looks riled up for his Champions League final. Ryan! Oh my god! I had no idea where that was going. That could have really gone anywhere. How close was this? It's a bit very, very wide, to be honest. Oh my god! I thought that was gonna launch in. I thought it was just gonna dip. That is fantastic from you, Doggy. Davide looking to keep it, and the Doggy's carried on here. And now, you Doggy! And now it's gonna go to Ryan! Oh, gets in there! Ryan with a tap in. And the Doggy, who was full in his run, he had the shot. It was saved by your big, but it didn't matter. And we are coasting in this Champions League final. Who would have thought this? Oh, Restes is giving that away very stupidly. Restes saves us there. I mean, to be fair, he gave the ball away. I didn't realise there was a player coming in on Boris so quickly. Mainu! Oh! So close, Mainu. It's gonna happen. Final whistle. Come on, referee. There it is! We have beaten Bayern Munich. And in retrospect, that is the RTG completed. A Ryan double, but we absolutely dominated Bayern Munich from start to finish. They barely had a sniff. A great moment. We've been working towards this moment since we started this series. Well, since we started this career mode.
keep forgetting that we're not doing a series anymore. We're just doing like the one video thing, but we'll get used to it. Again, massive thank you to anyone who has stayed to this point. But now you get to see Michael Burris, who's been here since the beginning, lift the Champions League trophy. I'm kind of a bit upset that we couldn't bring home the Premier League in the same season. It would have been nice. It would have been a really good moment if we managed to finish the series on that. But you never know. With the team we've got, and we're going to be improving it as well, we very much could go back to back in the Champions League. I don't see why not. But there we go, the Champions League trophy, the thing we have been dying for in this series. And Hawkeye FC are UEFA Champions League champions. Get in there. Great moment. This is the moment we've been working towards. I'll be honest, I didn't expect us to complete the Champions League in this short. This was probably the shortest time span we could have really realistically done it. Because we probably did it a year earlier than we probably could have in terms of, I can't believe we won the FA Cup as early as we did. And that obviously got us into Europa League. But even then, but the thing is, us winning the FA Cup and getting into Europe, it meant we had a little bit more pull. We had a little bit more money to work with, what meant we could have gone and just shaped up this team as it is. And this team's not even reached its potential. Let's very quickly just go through everything with the team stats, and then we'll go through all the overall stadium, overall season stats and all that stuff. So our top goal scorer, to be fair, we actually no one had like a stupid year where he scored a stupid amount of goals. It was very much spread out evenly. Ryan was our top goal scorer with 23 goals and 9 assists, so 32 goals and assists for our winger is not bad at all. Yuga Katiku came in, obviously, them 55 appearances, only a handful of them for us because obviously he came in January. Be nice to see how he is in the start of next season, but I thought he was really, really good for us. Samson Tavida, 18 goals and 12 assists, so 30 goals and assists in 55 games for a player who you wouldn't even think would have got to his level. He's doing very well. Siddiqui, again, putting up numbers. 11 goals and 6 assists. 17 goals and assists for a central midfielder. Not bad at all. The Doggy did some decent stuff as well. 7 goals and 5 assists. Not bad at all. Lloyd, who was our top assister. 5 goals. Maybe I would expect more goals from him. I'm a bit disappointed in that respect, especially after he had such a breakout year last year. But it is what it is. 14 assists, you can definitely tell he's passed the ball a hell of a lot more this season. And then obviously you got a few more players who did chip in with the odd goals in there. But again, really good. Obviously our top assister was Lloyd and Samson Tavida with 12 in second place. So very, very good. If you guys would just here to see this team win the Champions League, obviously feel free to go off the video. I appreciate everyone who's watched up to this point, but it will be a little bit longer. I'm only probably going to go maybe one more season, maybe 2 at most, just to see hopefully if we can win the Premier League. But also, because we've won the Champions League really, really early, I do want to do at least another season or 2 anyway, because I feel like doing a 5-season career mode, it's a bit short, and I want to do a little bit longer and see how far we can take this team. So we're going to keep going. I'd probably say, by the way, Ryan was definitely this season's player of the season. I think he was outstanding again. What a sign he's turned out to be. What a replacement for Carmona, by the way. Unreal. But again, we'll have some money next season, so I'd watch out. We we can make some serious upgrades in this team, and we might have to make some tough decisions on people we might have to cut, or we might have to sell some players who've been here for a while but not really gone up in overall that much. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe loan a few. If they're young enough, we might lower them out, see if they get up in overall. As I said, I've got that kind of thing where I do want to start having a minimum 2 to 3 really good players in every single position, so then we can try and go for every single competition. The only other competition I wouldn't mind trying to go a bit deeper in is the Carabao Cup, so that might be a competition I try and do something in, because that's the only other one we haven't won as well. That and the Premier League is the only ones we've not won. So anyway, gonna leave it here, guys. Well, not gonna leave it here. Next time you see me, we'll be in season number 6. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Right, guys, welcome back to season number 6 of the Hawkeye FC career mode. So obviously in the last season, as you just saw, we just won the Champions League. We've done the hard work. We've completed this. No matter what happens going forward now, we have completed what we set out to do. It was never really in the itinerary that we had to win the Premier League, or we had to do this, we had to do that. The only thing we had to do was take Hawkeye FC from the foot of League 2 all the way to the Champions League and winning it. And we've done that. And we've done that in record time as well. So that's why I'm giving a little bit more time to doing the Premier League, because I 100% want to try and win the Premier League, because I've not actually done that in a proper career mode in this game yet. It's proved very difficult to look at. So let me just go through the players I am willing to sell, because I really want to upgrade the backups, as well as see if there's any place in the starting 11 I could upgrade. And the main area is obviously it's all over the pitch, but I'm honestly just willing to sell the deadwood, the players who are just not going to get any game time. I'd rather sell them and go out and get some higher rated backups and we're about high up in the leagues now, where I can imagine I can get some decent rated players who will get on backup contracts. So Kropa, who has been here for a while, he is going to get sold. Mentor, who we've Mentor as well, who has been here for a while as well. We got him back in Championship, possibly even League 1. I can't actually quite remember, but we've had him for a while. Byfield we've had since season 1. Again, he's just not grown enough, and I wouldn't say he's that good where we feel like I need to keep him. Gonna sell Silverman because obviously we don't play with cams anymore. Manzambi is on the transfer list. I don't really want to sell him, but if we get a transfer offer for him, I will just go out and get someone around his overall. But unless we get an offer for him, I'm not going to really worry about that. Tommy Gray, I've got plenty of young central midfielders, so I'm just going to let him go. Reese is same thing. I've got plenty of young players, and I am possibly looking to get one more winger in like the 80s, just to come in. So, and Reese, unfortunately, he had so much hype when I first brought him into the team, and he played really well that first season he came in, and he's just sort of gone quiet. His overall's tanked. Hawkins again, I've not got cams, I'm just going to sell him. Machado, who is his 20s now, I don't think he's got too much more left. Cyril Reyna, not going to be using him. And then we've got loads of young players who I'm looking to loan out. So we'll go with that. We're selling a whole lot more deadwood, and now we can bring in some more quality. And we do have a healthy amount of budget. We've got 120 odd million, and that's before we sell anyone. So if we sell enough players, you could probably say that we can up to like maybe 150, 140. So we'll have a healthy budget, and when we don't really need to buy anyone stupidly rated, we can definitely buy some decent players for decent prices. Okay, first player is out, and it's Kale Copra, who is going to Schalke for 5.9. We appreciate your time with us, Copra. Another player, it's Nicholas Hawkins, going to Rapid. Could have probably repositioned him, but being realistic, the time it took to reposition to like a winger, I've got plenty of them. It just made sense to sell him. The United Byfield is going to last for 5.9. Again, remember, we bought this guy for like, it was less than $1 million. It was really, really cheap. And we have made some good profit on him. And also, it's been a decent option over the years. Another long-time player, Jeremy Mensah, is out the door. He's going to Burnley for £10.7 million again. Thank you for your service. The amount of years, he was one of the main midfielders when we made the jump from the Championship to the Premier League and won us the FA Cup. A lot of good memories of him. Good luck. Nathan Rees is going to Paris FC for £10 million. And Kamaldeen Sulemana is going back to Southampton for £10 million. Again, made profit on Sulemana, who all cost us a few million. He did his job, but obviously the formation change has meant, unfortunately, he's just not been able to get involved as much. Okay, here we go. First transfer. It's not a massive one, but even Provedel is coming in from Atalanta as our backup goalkeeper, 36 years of age, but his stats are actually pretty damn good for a player of his age. And I got a very bad rating. I probably way overspent. He said his market value was 3.8, so I didn't want to insult him because I didn't want to go out and spend like £10 million on a backup goalkeeper. I kind of want to go the old route. So then I've got someone to come in for Restes, and someone to rotate for like cup competitions. Can't actually believe we managed to pull this off. Well, I mean, the fact is, we won the Champions League last season. We're in a good position. We've finished very high in the Premier League 2 times in a row. This is not... We've actually finished above Arsenal both times, I think, as well. But here he is, our brand new centre-back, Pau Kabasi. A club record signing, £100 million. Apparently it got gotten cheaper, but I honestly don't think it got 88 rated. He's 23 years of age. He is still so young for a centre-back. I still can't believe how young he is. But this guy, oh my god, he is such an upgrade. I love it. And I've still got a bit of money to make another couple of signs, but I am looking to maybe sell one of my other centre-backs just so I can fund. Because I want to get a backup winger and a backup midfielder. So here we go. First game of season number 6 for us competitively. And we are playing in the UEFA Super Cup again against PSV. Can't quite remember who we played it last season. I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure we won. And I can't remember who the hell we played. We have to have a look. This will pretty much be the only game I sort of show you. I said I'm only really showing you the finals and important games. The rest of it will be mainly transfers, and then we'll see how the season goes. We are playing PSV, so you would say with favour. That's interesting. We've got some decent players in there, you know. Gannon Doak, who's a very dangerous winger. Evangelson, who's obviously been in the Premier League for a while. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully Kabasi has a quiet day in the office for his first game on Hawkeye FC shirt. So let's see if we can continue our run of winning every single final we've been a part of. Pau Kabasi gets his first touch as a Hawkeye player. Now Burris. This is basically the European version of the Community Shield, but I'd say this has a bit of a high regard. People want to win this a lot more, but again, this is a curtain raiser for European trophies, and it's a chance to see how we are. Fantastic from Mainu. He's still going. My God, how did we get that? That was a. It was a fantastic tackle from Mainu. Boris had it there, couldn't quite get it. He's just played him behind of Evangelson. He's not even looking at the ball. He just knows it's there. Oh my god, like what am I meant to do about that? I'm tackling and I make tackles, it still goes to them. Oh, brilliant. That is brilliant from Tavide. What control. And he gets the goal, and instantly we hit back here against PSV. But Ryan does a brilliant job to get it to Tavide there. But then, just a touch to bring it in. Flamingo had no chance. He didn't even know where it was. It's absolutely fantastic ball control there from Samson Tavide. And he gets the season off to flyer. Oh, Mainu! Oh, there's a chance. Oh, there's a chance.
The referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
What the hell? I am frustrated. Why? How are we letting that happen?
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of
For fuck's sake.
added time.
What's the obsession with fucking just 1 minute? Oh my god. There's literally nothing more could do there. And that's it. Fuck's sake! Oh my god! That is such a frustrating game to lose. They were not even that good. That's what's really pissed me off. That has really annoyed me. And I don't know why, we've just not turned up at all. Restes might as well just not have been there because it was chuffing useless. Mainu seems to be the only one trying midfield. Ryan and Lloyd just didn't seem to want to show up. And Ekatike nowhere's we goddamn seen. Okay, so we do say goodbye to Belashon, someone we already bought last season, but a lack of game time, he did want to leave, and also with the signing of Kabasi, and I don't really want to let any other centre-backs go. Getting 25 million per player, we spent about 10 million on. It's good profit. Okay, here is our new signing, Rodri Mendoza, coming in from Atletico Madrid. Got him at a really good price as well. Central midfielder, Powell could have gotten 30 bad stuff. I'd stuff, you know, I was realistic. 84 rated, 25 years of age, so still a lot of room to grow. Don't know why he's comparing him to Vargas, the left mid, when he's a central midfielder. £36.2 million for an 84 rated player who will be very useful in rotating in that midfield. So I've got relatively 4 mid 80 rated centre midfielders now, what is a good thing to get. And I've got just about enough after the Kabasi deal and the Mendoza deal to go out and get a backup right back. And that backup right back is here, Rafael Pinto Pedrosa, coming in from Stan Rene for £16.1 million. I'm quite happy with that. 78 rated right back, so someone who is pretty much the same overall as Boris. Won't displace Boris, but also will be a very good person coming in and out for him. But he's also 22, so he's got plenty of room to grow himself. Okay, so we did do the business on transfer deadline day. We did sell one youngster for a couple of million. That was just in case we needed money for a bit of contracts, but I think we've done. I mean, by the way, Ekatike is up to a 90 overall. That's nice to see. First 90 rated player in the team, and it's a good. We've made a good start in the Premier League as well. We're second place. We've won 2 and drawn 1. So want to keep it going. Press on now. So, but anyway, let's get straight to January and let's see how we do. Right, we are back.
So we are in January, the 3rd of January. So we've got through the first half of the season, and I've got a lot to show you. So first off, let's look at the table, and it is reading good news. We are sitting top of the table, 9 points clear. To be honest, this has only just got, like, the gap's only just got this good in very recent games. Literally, Man City have only just lost 2 games in a row, both to Millwall and Burnley. Like, they went on an incredible run, like, in the middle of like the last couple of months, where they beat the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, and all that. And literally Millwall and Burnley have come up in the last 2 games, beaten them. We've won our 2 games, and we've extended it to 9 points. We've only lost 1 game in our whole 19 games so far. It's been an incredible run so far. We have put ourselves in the best possible position to finally win the Premier League title. And honestly, if we don't win it when we're top at Christmas, it's honestly our fault, and we're gonna take it game by game. Hopefully, we can see this through. One bit of news: what is going to be happening is Fikayo Tomori is going to be leaving the club, simply because I got one of the scenario things come up saying that Fikayo Tomori was unhappy with the amount of game time he was getting, even though I was bringing him off the bench quite a bit, and I was rotating him a little bit as well. I was a bit annoyed about it. And it basically gave me a choice: either I needed to release him or I needed to isolate him and sell him. And the fact is, he's still worth quite a bit of money, so I didn't want to just let him go for nothing. So I've decided just to exclude him from the squad, and he's going to be sold. We have got a couple of offers for him, so we're definitely going to be selling him. And there is that transfer, and it's Fikayo Tomori going to Arsenal for £26 million. Again, I didn't really want to sell him because he was a very, very useful player, especially at Champions League games. But he wanted to go, and he was making a fuss. Time for him to leave. So we have made a surprise signing. It is for Andreas Schledlup. I hope I've said that name. I feel like I butchered it, but let me know. Coming in from Leeds United, what we've managed to do is we've actually managed to swap him plus 10 million with Manzambi. So Manzambi is going to Leeds, and we're paying an extra 10 million. So it actually works out bang on his market value. I'm really happy with that. Manzambi's wanted to leave for a while. I honestly haven't been using Manzambi that much. He hasn't really impressed me, and obviously him being unhappy, it's affecting his stats, it's affecting his gameplay. I don't like unhappy players, and this lad, ever since I saw him in the World Cup, I've wanted to sign him. I am looking forward to using him. He is going to be so useful in the final bits of the season. Oh, that was nice to see. I think that's the first time I've seen it. I've actually won Manager of the Year. Like, come on. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. Manager of the Year, let's go. I thought it was like Player of the Year, but it was like, where's the Ballon d'Or? That's the thing as well, is I wonder if any of my players are going to win the Ballon d'Or. But we are going to say goodbye to Ruben Vargas, who's been here for just over a season. Thank you for your service. He came in, obviously an older player, but he did the job. It was a nice budget option, and someone I've never used before. And you know what? Class player. I'd recommend him if you're looking for a very cheap, decent winger to do the job. Deadline day, we've got one more transfer. I don't like that. I should have adjusted that. The bloody transfer amount. It's so many random numbers. But Mateus De Ligt. So basically, we got him for £18.3 million. He's worth 25. He's 31 years of age, yes. But remember, Tamori was, I think, was he like 30 when he joined us, and he still went up in overall. He's 84 overall. He's basically coming in and replacing Tamori and what he's doing. He's an unimportant squad role, but I can just rotate him. And I can't imagine he's going to be here for, like, God knows how many years. But I think he'd just be such a great option to come off the bench to rotate when I need to give Adonis and Kabasi a rest. Because I kind of like my centre-backs to be a pairing. So, Delit and my Greek defender, I don't know why I can't say his name. It's absolutely bugged me. Brain's falling asleep. But Adonis and Kabasi are a partnership, and the other two will be a partnership. It's kind of how I like to do it, so you can sort of build a trust there, and you know what you're going to get from your defenders. So there we go. Deadline day is come and gone. We did our business with Delit. We've done our business with Shreddle Up as well. So I've got to say, we've got such a good team going into this last part of the season. We'll put Delit on the bench. Kogolopoulos can be on there. We'll do like that so then I can. But if you guys look at this team, I mean, what else can I do to this team to make it much better? I mean, yes, we could realistically go for like a 90 rate striker to replace Davida, but why? He does the job. Mainu, we could go out, but he's eventually going to start growing. Lloyd will go up to, he's gone up to an 84. The back line, there's nothing wrong with it. Boris, he's just going to keep going up in overall. Doggy, I hope, would go up in overall. This team has the potential to just every single player to go up in the 90s. Doggy's the only one I've got a little bit of a question mark over because he's 28, 86, and he's not really moving too much in overall. But if he gets up in overall this season, I could see him. He's in great form as well, so I think he's definitely could do it. And the backups as well. I mean, we're just getting better. I mean, the lowest rated players is 78 overall. That's the lowest rated players in the backups, on the subs bench. I mean, we brought Bull back as well, who went up like 12 overalls this season. It's unreal. And he actually got an assist in the last game as well, because we brought him off for the last 10 minutes. Pinto Pedrosa have been very, very decent. Burrow's very good backup. Kogopoulos has been solid ever since we brought him in like season 2 or something. I think it was actually third season. I think it was in the championship we brought him in possibly. I can't quite remember. Delit, looking forward to what it is. Waller, he's going to be doing good. Mendoza. We are set to go into a big push into this second half of the season. Right, so we are at the end of the season. Well, not quite at the end of the season. We're literally a game or so away from it. And I want to show you, because obviously the main focus of the season, we wanted to win the Premier League. We won the Champions League last season. That is basically challenge completed. We've managed to get a team from League 2 to the Champions League champions. But that was not enough for me. I wanted to make sure Hawkeye FC were the best team in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. And to do that, I wanted to see, if we could go into the Champions League and do it again. But most importantly, I wanted us to be the Premier League champions. And ladies and gentlemen, we've already gone and done it. We've smashed it. We have 10 points ahead going into the final game of the season. Bit of a tidbit as well. Like, I'd say when we were at the 30 game mark, we were 21 points ahead. We only lost one game, and in the last like 10 games, we've lost like 5. I don't know why. This is the issue with simulation, because to be fair, when I was so far in the Premier League, I started focusing a lot more on the other competitions, and I simulated more Premier League games than I did Champions League games and all that stuff. That's how I sort of work it. I always, if I'm excelling in one thing, I'll focus on another, so then we can sort of try and get far in each competition. But there we go. We have smashed the competition this year. I mean, look at that goal difference. 50 goal difference compared to City's 26. We've only conceded 29 goals in 37 games. Very, very good stats. We've scored the highest goal scorers in the league as well. We've just been another level this season. So we have got this game up against Everton, and we are going to go into it. I'm going to show you the highlights, and hopefully, I don't think I've missed it, we should be able to see the trophy lift for Hawkeye FC. So absolutely no messing about. Best starting 11 out there. I will give you a chance to look at the team later on, but the team is good. Let me just tell you that. They're firing all cylinders. Let's try and end this season on a high. Tadiki did just have a little injury after he got injured in the Champions League last week, but he is back. Boy. Now see there, Ryan! Oh, ho, ho, what a cross and what a goal! I tell you what, I've been out, managed to master that a little bit in the last few games. Winger to winger goals, where we just managed to creep in at the back post, and Ryan with a header from Lloyd's cross. Let's go. Little crossovers to give him that little bit of extra space, and it's a diving header. Look at that, right in the bottom corner. That is a really, really good header from Ryan. What a bit of business he's been, by the way. That is fantastic! Oh, Tavide's missed it. That is not like him this season. He is usually so clinical from that kind of range. And again, it's another brilliant cross. And we're putting in it, and people are getting on the end of him. Sadiki, what a brilliant engine this guy's got. Lloyd, what a goal! What a goal from our superstar, Lloyd! Individual brilliance from that man. Tell you what, his stats will not do him justice. He has not got as many goals or assists as he did last year, but I tell you what, we would not be where we are this season without him. He has been so good, especially in-game. His running ability, his ability to run and connect the defence to the attack, it's so critical. And sometimes that's why you can't always take what the stats say. Oh my God. Tell you what, Lloyd, his crosses have been on the bloody money today. Well, there's another good cross. It's a doggy this time. Right onto the head of Kabasi. It's going to go a bit deeper. Samson Davide, not got his goal. But that will confirm it. That will be it. Hawkeye FC are Premier League champions. I don't even know what season this is. This season 6? Yeah, it's season 6. So it took us 6 seasons to go from League 2 all the way to Premier League champions. 5 seasons to win Champions League. We did it sort of the wrong way around, but trust me, we'll get into that. Boris, who has been with us since literally like the 2nd month of his career mode, and he has managed at such a young age become the captain of this football club, and Hawkeye FC are your Premier League champions. Arguably, this is the first time I've actually won the Premier League. What the hell is that at the bottom of the trophy as well? Why is it green? It's like he's holding an inflatable trophy. Do you know what I mean? Who cares? It's officially just showing us that we won a trophy. I'd arguably say this is sometimes harder to win than it is the Champions League, because usually Man City go mental. Thankfully this season they haven't, and they lost quite a few games in the middle of the season, and we took full advantage of that. But just bear with me 1 minute. Don't click off this video just yet, because it's not quite over just yet. But for context, Hawkeye FC, Premier League champions. And the reason I told you to hold your horses and not to click off this video just yet is because we've done it. We've gone back to back in Champions League finals. We won it last season. We've won the Premier League this season, and we could go back to back in the Champions League. And this, without a single shadow of a doubt, would I'd say this would put this career mode up in probably my top 5. Maybe no. Do you know what? Top 2 career modes of all time. Going up there with the other Hawkeye FC career modes, and even like the Salford career mode, all in the Huddersfield Town career modes. I think this one rivals maybe for top spot, simply because of the short time we've done it. The fact every season we've improved. Every single season we've not really chopped and changed so much. We've only really sold big players for big money for the betterment of the team. We've not literally like changed the team every single season. We've sort of let it evolve as it goes on, and within 6 seasons we've managed to get here. So without further ado, because this video is getting towards the end, let's get into this for the final time, the Champions League final. So I do apologise, I can't show you any footage of this win, this 2-0 win. So we have gone back to back in the Champions League. So we are back to back Champions League winners as well as Premier League winners. That seems the best way to end this series. And again, I'm sorry, I had an issue with the recordings. Literally, as I finished the game and I was doing the outro, a power cut happened, and unfortunately, I lost that little game because I cut recordings where you last saw, and then I started recording, and it was already saved over, so I couldn't even replay the game. What was really annoying. It's a bit of a sad way to end because I wish I could have shown you that in the last game, but do you know what? The last bit of game footage you saw was of Hawkeye FC lifting that trophy. I just want to say a big thank you to anyone who has watched through the entirety of the video or watched certain parts what they want to enjoy. As long as you've clicked on this video, I honestly appreciate every single one of you. You guys are the true ones, and please, if I can, hit that like button and subscribe for more FIFA content, for more gaming content. Let me know in the comments what games you'd like me to play for you guys and record. If there's any live streams you'd like me to do in the future, anything like that, anything to do with FIFA, anything to do with gaming, anything you'd like to see gaming content what's not been done justice, hit it in the comments, and I'd love to have a conversation and love to have an interaction with you guys in the comment section. And as always, I hope you've enjoyed this video, this amazing movie about a critical career mode. Been so many ups, not that many downs in all honesty. I think the only real big down was the PSV game, but was in the Super Cup, and that says a lot. We have really hit the highs in this whole thing, and I couldn't do with any of you guys if you weren't watching. And again, I appreciate every single one of you. And as always, I am the Hawkeye Punisher, and I am out. I will see you in the next video.